now listening to the Sneaker Box.
Oh shit alert, Louis clothes, calling women sisters, Louboutins and Gucci shows.
Yo, episode 93, yes sir. Oh man, it's been a crazy week, crazy weekend. A lot of shoes released. I didn't get any, so I guess it doesn't matter. But anyway, I am the African Caesar.
All hail Caesar, Emperor of Rome, monarch of the Roman Empire, ruler of the world.
Hail Caesar! Hail Caesar!
That's right.
Hail Caesar!
And then I got my big bro in the room, Jumpman.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Jumpman. Them boys up to something.
Oh, it's Toronto.
Outstanding.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Got some
Toronto's
feedback from it. I'll get to it during the show. Yeah.
All right.
Real nice.
I see you. When was the last time you was out there for the All-Star game?
Yes.
All-Star game. That was crazy.
That little storm.
That everybody's trying to get the hell out of there.
storm.
Yes. I ain't never seen so many people try to leave one city at one time. And then we got little bro in the room.
Wait a minute. I know you. You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You play basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You're never going to let that down,
man,
ever.
That drop is crazy.
That
drop is crazy. I got to love it.
But yeah, okay, so Jumpman was in Toronto. I was still in Detroit. G Sneaks was Lord knows where.
I was working.
It was working?
I was working.
Like that sounded very open-ended. It sounded like Tommy. Like, you know, like you never knew where he worked at, but he was working.
I was working, at least for the hours of 12 to 6. I was working.
Those
but yeah,
man,
I got to get a passport or something so I can get over there to Canada.
You just need an enhanced license.
It's too close. It's too close for me to not hit it.
It's a place you got to go to.
I know.
It's so happening over there right now. It's unbelievable.
I put it up there with Chicago.
I might hit Toronto but before the summer's fully over.
Yeah,
definitely get there before it gets cold. Because once it get cold, man, like that's the only thing. Like I used to work construction. We work outside during all the seasons. I thought I knew cold.
Wow,
that was cold. Like
I used to work outside too.
It was so cold it made you angry. You wanted to just fight somebody just to stay warm.
Jesus,
just pick random fights with random people and be like, man, all right, we got to stay warm. So let's do this. Let's duke it out.
But yeah, it's man, something like that, man. It's way too close.
Right.
Way too close. Especially seeing I used to go to Canada all the time. Especially when I first turned 19. We was over there in them casinos heavy.
You know, I'm going to make it my personal mission, too. Like, next time Jumpman goes to Toronto, I'm going with him, and I'm going to try to force him into the CN Tower. We're going to do the skywalk. Yeah, right.
I'm straight.
Yeah, right. I'm not getting a sidewalk. But I'm going to try to get him on the tower, though.
I'll do what I did the last time.
What's that?
Take a picture underneath. And have it in the background.
Somebody just, they could just crop you into the tower like they did the Lab 41 in your basement. Oh, by the way, too, we're back on the channel of the Jays. That's what I'm going to call it. Has anybody called it yet? Called it your YouTube channel, the channel of the Jays yet?
No.
Bet. So I'm the first one. Okay. You heard it here first. Right. The channel of the Jays.
Channel of the Jays.
And also, I heard your basement of the Jays is expanding, too.
The basement of the Jays is going to be still the basement of the Jays, but it's going to be the basement of the Jays, too, because I'll actually be able to move around in there.
Man, that's going to be nuts.
I think I'm going to have to come. At least let me be the first.
No, what? No.
Let me shoot it. Let me shoot it on the gun bottle. Like, I mean, we did Joe collection.
So we got to do a raffle? Can we do a raffle? Who gets to go to Jumpman's basement first?
I think it's time now.
Have a Foot Locker like raffle.
I wanted to do the basement of the Jays long time ago, but the connection wasn't there yet.
Oh, you want to do a video?
Yeah,
video. I thought you wanted to be I thought you wanted to be like the first person.
No. I want to shoot it. I want to put it on the gun bottle.
Man, I have people that Mr. Allen's there. They're gonna shoot. Like me packing everything up and then
that'll work handy.
Kind of how the Fresh Prince ended.
Yeah,
the first basement ended.
Yeah,
man, they about to do a documentary of the move.
I know it's about to be like this 2-hour special.
But I guarantee you, I'm moving each and every one of 959 myself.
By yourself.
I'm almost tempted to come and help you just because I want to also make sure that the shoes don't end up walking off.
Now to have 959 pairs of shoes. What still gets you up on a Saturday morning to go get another?
The love for shoes.
That's a good question.
Just something different. when I'm not working, I'll go home and change 3 or 4 times. It irritates my wife. Like, we'll go maybe to Walmart. You say,
they sell Jordans now, so yeah.
Yeah. Gordon's.
Right.
And we'll go someplace else. I'll say, wait a minute, I got to change. I figured you was going to do that. I got to get as much wear out of them as I can.
I know what you was getting involved with when you married me.
You know
we was already 300 in the game.
Yeah, so right. You know what you was dealing with. Pick your poison. All right. So this is the Sneaker Boss Podcast with Sneaker Bar Detroit, a part of the Crepitech family. What's the point of spending all that money on your shoes if you're not going to keep them clean long enough to get your money's worth? Practice safe stunting. Go to crepprotect.com and get your shoes some protection. Also, make sure to follow the show on Instagram at the _podcast. You can follow us on Twitter. Just look up the Sneaker Box Show. And also on Facebook, just look up the Sneaker Box Podcast. And if you'd like to talk to us live on the podcast, you can call us at toll-free 888-799-5267. A couple of things I want to do. One, because I know a lot of people are looking for different shoes and whatnot. So you can call us in, not just to ask us questions, but also tell us what shoes you picked up over the past week, whether it's the new release or it's some grail that you were searching for. Also, if you're looking for a shoe, because you never know who's listening.
Yeah, you never know.
So if you're looking for a shoe, shout it out, shout out, whatever your social media handle is. And then, whoever's listening, they have that shoe in your size, they may be able to link up with you that way. So definitely call us in next week for that. Lastly, next week we're going to give away a book. We're going to give away the Air Jordan Encyclopedia, and we're going to do a contest. So basically we're going to use some Air Jordan themed questions. We're going to ask Jumpman these questions. You can call in, right? And Jumpman will give the answers. You can agree or disagree with his answer. And whoever gets the most right as far as, Jumpman's answers will get the encyclopedia. Now you got 3 chances. So like basically if you guess wrong on Jumpman's answers 3 times, you're out. Like that's it. And
I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm not gonna be here next week, but y'all might be getting a random phone call.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He wants to. Okay,
I need
right.
that book, man.
Yeah,
I need a book.
This is Gerald. You're gonna make it up names.
You're gonna see how much I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So
right after the segment, I'll be coming in.
So Jumpman's gonna be the reason you did or did not get the book.
Or will I give the wrong answer to see if you're gonna agree just because you think it's right?
That's true. That's gonna be one hell of a contest next week. So if you're looking for the Air Jordan Encyclopedia, make sure to call us next Monday between 11 and noon Eastern Standard. Matter of fact, I opened up the window 11 and 12:30 11 and 12:30 Eastern Standard Time in the morning. And so we'll do the contest. Like I said, Jumpman answers the questions. You guess whether or not he answers right or wrong. And, you got 3 chances to be wrong before you are eliminated. So, all right, with that being said, we're also doing something different with the releases from the previous week. Because I know we do the release dates, but there's also shoes that come out that don't necessarily have a release date. So we try to have fun with it and do like a list of the shoes that came out last week. So this is the Sneaker Box Fab 5, a little play on Michigan. Releases from the previous week. Let me see. Number 5, we have the Ewing 33 High Turquoise Suede. Definitely a dope shoe. I love the Ewing 33s. They're a nice shoe. No? Why?
Just no.
Oh my God!
I can't. That's one shoe I can't rock with.
Dude,
it's too. It's just too big.
It's such a retro shoe.
It is, but it's just
early
too
90s
big.
shoe, late 80s, early 90s.
That helped keep him upright.
That's like very heavy.
That's like a cement shoe.
Yeah, it's huge. That shoe is like.
I'm not saying it's the most agile sneaker ever made, but I mean it's a nice silhouette. I mean it takes me back.
It take all of us back, but it's just I couldn't wear it. It's too big.
I feel you.
It's too big and too heavy.
Different strokes for different folks. This one, I never thought I'd have a Vans on this list, especially in the top 5. But you had the WTAPS Special Edition Vans Anaconda Pack. Very dapper collection. Nice casual shoe. I mean, the embossed snakeskin is just nice on it, especially in the black and the white pair. I believe that third pair is a navy blue. Dope colorway, dope silhouette. I mean, I mean, sometimes less is more. There's nothing too much going on, but that's embossed leather material. It's dope. Number 3, you have the Air Jordan Retro 11 Low closing ceremony.
Yes.
Those didn't really sell out. I mean, I don't even know why I'm mentioning whether or not they got sold out because it doesn't matter to me. But I do know I still have the ability to go to the store and pick them up.
Wow.
And that's good.
That's good. That's a good thing. I'm not complaining. But it's a nice shoe. Typically,
it was dope, man. You got to think. The closest thing we ever seen to a go on 11 was Ray Allen PEs. Mm-hmm. So even to get a little taste of that.
You know, I was just about to say I would rather have the mids, but now I see why they went with the low because then it would be similar to Ray Allen. Yeah, it'd be similar. And maybe they might come out with that later on. I believe they might start coming out with PEs in the future. I mean, because they run out of colorways. Yeah, but as of right now, man, that's definitely a great shoe to have in the collection. Yes. At least, you know. Oh, yeah. Number 2, you have the Nike Sportswear Women's LOTC pack. Dope pack. Like the ladies, especially those, the Prestos.
Yeah, Prestos.
Those Prestos are nice.
And those Air Force Ones.
Yeah, the Air Force Ones. They got the Tennis Classic. Every shoe on there, I think it may be one shoe on there that I didn't like. I think that's an Air Max BW. But other than that, man, that entire pack was just hard. So, I mean, the ladies are definitely getting the money's worth on that.
And then their money's worth a whole year.
Yeah. And then number 1, Jumpman's doing it.
We live on Facebook Live.
We have the UBIQ Special Edition Diadora N9000 Red Ribbon. This shoe is hard. Like, I mean, the colorway is mostly red, which definitely gets my attention. I love mostly red shoes. Jumpman is having so much fun over there with that selfie stick.
Yeah, we doing the live thing on Facebook.
Yes,
live on Facebook.
He looks like a cameraman too, right now. Like he's like the flyest cameraman with his what's that? The Paris tans on.
Yeah, he killing them over right now.
How much a cameraman making nowadays? Like Jesus. But yeah, those Diadoras are dope. It's definitely nice to see like the Diadoras, the New Balances, the Asics.
Stop it, Bryce.
Make it.
This guy here asked the Yeezy jump over Jumpman. Stop it.
Man, come on, dude. Yeah. Ugliest release of the week.
Super ugly.
All right. The Stella McCartney Special Edition Adidas Crazy Bounce Training. Those shoes look horrible. Like, if I was homeless and I only had so many materials to put together to put on my feet, this would look like. Like the materials, I mean, it just looks like I don't know, man. You see this picture? You see this picture of this Stella McCartney's on here? They are horrible,
man, terrible,
horrible. And I can only imagine what they look like on feet.
They look like some.
Usually shoes look better on foot. They start off looking okay, and then they look better. Like these look like trash, and I can only imagine.
They look like some Yeezys.
Yeah. They jump in and start laughing.
They do. They look like Yeezys. That's the new Yeezy 450 boost. That's what that is.
Oh God. Ugly honorable mentions. You have the Nike Air Zoom. What's this? Cabos, white infrared. This looks like a suspension bridge that you wear. The Nike Roshe One Jacquard dark gray. They look like somebody just wore them in the middle of winter and just got them like covered in water and salt. Jumpman, what's up? The Nike Lab Air Footskate woven linen. That silhouette is ugly. I don't care what colorway you put on it, it's going to look like trash. So
what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mike Rich, man, and you're listening to the #1 sneaker show, the Sneaker Box Podcast with SneakerBarDetroit.com. Hey, you want some good talk? Listen to my boys. Get you some, yes sir.
Before we get into the news real quick, let's get these callers. They've been waiting patiently. Let's get to Larry from Los Angeles. Larry.
What up?
What's up?
What up?
What's up?
Mr. NMD Larry from LA.
Oh, this you?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
I'm back.
Where you been?
How you doing, man?
I thought you got kidnapped.
Oh, man. It was, I don't know, 1 week I didn't get the time right. Then another week, I swear to God, I was waiting to call in, and I don't know what happened, but I got up and my phone fell in the toilet. So, man, like, that's how dedicated I was, man. I was, like, ready to make the call. Phone fell in the toilet, man, and I was like, nothing I couldn't do. I couldn't save the phone, so had to wait till this week to hit y'all up, man. I just had two things on my mind. Wanted y'all opinion love, how y'all talk about. First of all, I love the new construct of the show. Like, it's dope, man. Like, you guys are just, like, still rolling, and it's dope to have Guru back. I mean, somebody got to hold LeBron's jugular. It's not going to hold themselves. All right, and somebody's got to do it. And I mean, it's just been, it hasn't been a good enough balance.
What?
And so, I said it's dope.
I like to think that I'm very even-handed when it comes to LeBron.
I mean, very much so. But I mean, Guru. I mean, whole nother level. Which, by the way, somebody's gonna like this next statement I make, and somebody's gonna really hate this next statement I make.
Oh my God!
Because I don't know, I'm just kind of like, this is what I've been wanting to holler at you guys about for a minute. Because in my own personal protest with a lot of things that's been going on and stuff, I was having my issues with Mike, and what happened was I really had to. Michael Jordan, Mike.
You said Mike as if y'all close personal friends.
What's Mike? I mean, he was Mike to me for a couple of, before he finally came out and said something, because I was really frustrated.
Okay.
And then I evaluated, and I was thinking about stuff, and I had to really think to myself, and it might possibly be true. Has LeBron James done more for the African-American community in one summer than Michael Jordan has done his entire career?
Can we hang up on this guy?
I'm just playing. Right now, Jumpman is hoping that something ironic happens, like you get into a car accident with with the truck full of NMDs.
But see, what a lot of people don't know, before y'all get started, a lot of people don't know Mike has done a lot that hasn't been publicized.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
He doesn't want his stuff publicized, but when it's publicized, that's what people remember.
Yes.
And now that he's finally spoken out, that's what people, he's finally spoken out, but he's donated lots of money. He's helped people go to college. He's helped fund organizations that a lot of people don't know anything about.
Right. I mean, I know I shit on LeBron a lot, but like LeBron, as far as social, he has been phenomenal.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but it's part of the package nowadays. To be that big of an athlete, you got to have a publicist. Your publicist is on their job. They keeping you in stuff. They keeping you signed up with stuff. They keeping your name. He done had a LeBron Foundation since day one.
Yes.
And it has to that has to roll. Somebody's actually getting paid to do all that stuff on his team. Back in 85, 86,
there was no
87,
social media.
There was no social
like
media
that.
and stuff like that. So a lot of things that Jordan did, you never gonna hear about.
Right.
Especially if those people not even old enough, or they don't even remember to even speak out on it at this point in age.
And I think, to me, honestly, I think if I was a celebrity or athlete, I think that would be the danger, because you don't want to be looked at as the guy that only gives the charity just so you can so you can say, I gave the charity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to seem like you just doing it just so you can get more attention.
I think LeBron.
But I don't think LeBron's doing that. No, I don't think
not
he's
at
doing
all.
that.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah, I think definitely he's doing it because he wants to help.
But there are those
at the same
people.
time, it's a part of the job.
Yeah, but there are those people that are just like, look at me giving money to charity. Look at me, and it's like, dude, relax. But I'm not saying LeBron's doing that, because I don't want LeBron
in today's day and age, LeBron would get ate up way more for not doing nothing than Jordan would have did back then.
We're right, because social media is such a huge thing now.
I only say that because sometimes the protest can be more powerful than the contribution. It's really hard for me to connect with Jay-Z and Beyonce and their quote unquote efforts for the Black Lives Matter, because everything's all done under table. Whereas you got people speaking out and doing something, for instance, you got Colin Kaepernick, but then you got Victor Cruz dumbass response today. And what I'm saying, it's like some things are just a little bit more powerful than the subtlety sometimes.
I will say,
that's my issue with Mike.
Let me say this. I kind of sort of disagree with you, because the money is a direct thing. Like, the money is useful. Not saying that protesting isn't, but protesting an issue that we all are aware of. The thing about protesting is you're trying to bring attention to something that you feel like is not getting enough attention. It's not that it's not getting enough attention. People are just willfully ignoring it. So it really didn't serve anybody. Not to say I disagree with what Kaepernick did, but it didn't really it didn't really help anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, the millions that Jay-Z gave, that actually directly helped people. They got people out of jail for just simply protesting in different cities. So I believe in a good mixture of both. Protest, to show your solidarity, but at the same time, it takes more than protesting. Like, even in the civil rights movement, they boycotted. You know, they did other things. They ain't just walked down the street singing "We Shall Overcome." They did other things to enact change. So, in that regard, I think you need a good balance of both to be effective.
Right, always.
So I appreciate y'all on that. And then the last thing was just, man, like,
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? I just gotta the last thing. No. I wanted y'all opinion on, like, I don't know if y'all seen like the new Andrew Wiggins from Adidas. I think they're really dope. And I mean,
think NMDs are dope, so like, I mean,
I have not. It's not that. I think
you started. Look, you started in the negative. Like, you started in the negative at the beginning of this conversation. Like, you trying to get back to zero at this point.
Y'all are not fans of the Andrew at all. You can't even see. You can't even see the vision. You can't even see how it's kind of dope, and it's equipped with the Ultra Boost technology. You can't, like, there's no love. Period. I'm not out here singing praises of the James Harden. Like, those are terrible.
I'm just
saying. I mean,
so are the Wiggins.
Wiggins are actually pretty dope.
I can't even see them because my eyes just water up every time I try to look at them.
Technology don't make the shoe sweet.
Yeah, I know. I know. They have to airbrush the hell out of that shoe for me to, like, oh man, it looks somewhat decent. It's like the chick that you know is like overweight with a bunch of wrinkles, and then all of a sudden you see her in the picture, she's like skinny and smooth.
It's all about. That is not right.
It's the truth, though. The truth ain't always nice. Neither is that shoe.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
No problem.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
All right, bro.
All right.
I love giving Larry shit. Like, it's the funniest thing. It makes my day better. Marcus, let's get to Marcus in Dallas.
Yo, what's the deal?
What's up, man?
What's happening?
You sound real chill right now.
I know.
Yeah, man. You know that's how it is down here in the South.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let me have some.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Hey, man, I love the direction that the show is going in, man. I just wanted to give y'all a shout real quick, man. I wanted to actually get y'all opinion on something, man. I know y'all probably tired of hearing about the bread ones, but down out here, man, I keep hearing that it's going to be limited. I hear it's going to flood the market, and so I just kind of wanted to know what y'all opinion was on it.
It looks like it's going to be
somewhere in between both of that.
Yes. And I think it's going to be the same as the 5s, where it seemed like it was a bunch of hype generated before the release, and then you go to the store and realize that everybody has the chance to get a pair.
More than the Chicago ones, and more than the shattered backboard.
Well, that's not saying
is what I'm saying. Shattered backboard, yeah. But it's definitely going to be enough to go around where you don't have to go and pay $300.
You got to think. You got to
be patient. Hashtag.
Yeah, be patient. Because you got to think. Nike totally noticed everything that happened with the 2012 version.
Right.
How it released, and then the with all the ones, just the shattered backboard, the Royals, the
They
Golds.
kind of got me pissed off about that.
You know that those resale prices.
Because I'm literally buying the same shoe 3 years after the fact.
But you know, they're basically
so many people didn't get that 2012 that I didn't get it.
Right, and they're coming back with it, and it's a steady process trying to eliminate the reselling.
Yeah,
I mean, reselling is necessary in some instances, but they're trying to just lower it a little bit.
It got out of control,
and just give people an opportunity to get the shoe on release day.
Right.
They're going to be dope.
Yeah.
They're going to be dope.
The resale market
it'll be enough to go around.
The resale market should be an aftermarket, like after people were able to get them at retail, not to the point where people waiting in line are told, oh, yeah, we sold out before the store opened.
Like, I know people had paid $300 for the closing ceremony 11s, and they're still available.
Yeah. I would feel so salty
right now in this game, I'll tell you, be patient.
Yes,
don't even go out and jump the gun, because they are, I don't want to say flooding the market with every release, but it's enough
decent amount
of every release.
I will say this, I know you remember this when the 11s that just came out, the 72 and 10.
Yeah.
Like how people were jacking up the prices.
They kept releasing them.
Here's what I loved about that day in particular was you had resellers like online, like, I'll give it to you for $400, and you had other sneakerheads like, nah, check out this store. They still got your size.
Still got them.
They was passing along the info, man. That's what the culture is supposed to be about. Hooking up your brother or your sister, and not letting them get got.
But, and I mean, they've been coming about. They've been doing so many restocks lately of each shoe. I love it. I love it too. I'm just at this point, man. I missed that 2012 release. When I got up there, the dude said, "Hey, man, I've been out there since like 2:00 in the morning," and he told me the day before, "Hey, man, I got sizes And then when I got up there, I was second in line, and the dude told me, "Hey man, I only got a size 8. That's the biggest size I got." Man, I was so hot.
Those ones was all very limited because all those ones released at House of Hoops only, and then you had your other outside stores. They was not. Was not general. All those ones was not general release like that. This is more of a general release.
Didn't they release around the Legend Blues or
no? It was the Gamma Blues.
Okay, because I know it released around another shoe because I was able to get them pretty cheap. For
there was a lot of releases around that time. We were talking about that
Taxi
before.
12s. It was Christmas time, so it was Taxi 12s. It was Gamma Blue 11s and 12s. Yeah. And you had the 3 Lab 5s, that black and infrared, which I believe
people had to pick and choose.
People had to really pick and choose.
Kind of like you do now.
And I did.
I love it.
And I remember I had got everything. I got the taxis. I got both 11, both Gammas 11 and 12, and the 3 Lab 5.
Right.
And the bread one came last out of all that, closer to New Year's. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait on it. You know what I'm saying? At least to another week or so.
Right.
And then when they dropped, man, that resale price was through the roof.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Now I might have to hit the retail. I mean, not the retail, but I might have to hit the mall today, man, for the raffles. So that's what I normally do. And so, man, but I appreciate y'all input. Oh yeah, man, what y'all think about Dak? Do y'all know? I mean,
about what?
Prescott. Dak Prescott.
Oh, Prescott gonna be tight. Oh yeah, but
yeah.
Romo's out there.
Oh, fine. Surprise! When Romo got hurt again.
Who was his fantasy quarterback?
I know. I'll be so. Oh man, you took it.
Yeah, man.
I bypassed him.
I mean, he's gonna choke anyway. So I mean, you kind of did yourself a favor. You found out in week 1 instead of week 16.
Prone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But thanks for calling though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Y'all keep up the good work, man. I'll holler at y'all.
You see DJ Khaled rocking him on the VMAs last night?
Oh, he hung up. All right, look at the Dave. We got a lot of calls today. I love it.
Nice.
Dave, DC, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, fam? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Man, first, before I say anything else, shout out to Tiana Taylor and them thongs.
Oh,
I was like, dang.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
I was like,
hey, you
like, man, Mac.
Hey, you forgot Kanye was rapping in the background, didn't you? You totally didn't hear
man,
it.
I ain't even, that song was some garbage. I like,
I think 99% of us was just watching her movement.
I think so.
It was like,
I think so. I mean,
this is a music video. Like, I don't hear no music.
Like,
right?
I don't hear
you don't even need none.
Like,
it was silent.
What dude is gonna admit that he was like not fazed by Tiana? Was so focused on Kanye's rapping abilities.
They better stop it.
I know.
You know, ain't lying.
He was so in tune to Kanye's song that he could not see Tiana Taylor.
I mean, people went to Instagram and started following her after that.
Speaking of her, man, them questions better come in men's sizes. I'm setting something on fire.
Well, we gonna definitely get some hype for them questions now.
Them questions are hard.
It is.
That may be the best questions I've seen ever in history. Yeah, I said it.
Even Iman Shumpert did a little cameo in it.
Yeah.
And the baby.
Man, I ain't care about that part. He could have her in the shower. You could have got Ken out, the little kid.
Why do I feel like Dave screenshotted it and cropped out everybody else except Tiana Taylor?
She was in there.
Hey, look at you. Man, I had called everybody at work. They're like, we need to watch this ASAP.
Spreading the good word.
I didn't even know she was. I knew. I mean, I know about Tiana Taylor. I knew she had a little body on her, but
and she recently just had a baby.
Yeah,
too.
Just had a baby.
Long ago.
Looking good. Yeah. Hey, how you? You wanted to ask us about the new Jordans?
Yeah. I just wanted to see how the scene is in Detroit area, man. Because in DMV, man, it's kind of wicked out here.
I mean, it's kind of hit and miss out here. I mean, Detroit ain't bad. It's gotten better.
We so big.
It's gotten a lot better.
It's gotten a lot better.
Now that they release more quantities of the shoes.
Because it was getting kind of dumb for a minute.
They were all getting bought up,
and
resold.
We got a lot of sneaker stores up here.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
So, I mean.
Just be patient.
Yeah, that's what I was
they're doing a lot of restocks a week or two to a month after release day. So if you miss something, just hold on.
Oh, no, I ain't never worried about that. So, but I just want to say, man, glad. Whose episode is this? 95?
93.
93. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, almost close to 100, man. Man, rock with y'all since y'all was in Jumpman's basement, man.
You've been there for a while. That's
glad
right.
Yeah, just glad she, the growth, man. Y'all got Guru back in there, baby Kareem.
He's choking on his drink.
We ain't getting close up on that one.
Hilarious.
Baby,
you turn red.
That might be his new hashtag.
Right. Baby Kareem.
All right, I appreciate that one.
What Kareem ever do?
That one totally caught me off guard.
Oh man, that's.
Yeah, but hey, when you doing another vid, man, you kind of slow down on the YouTube vids, man.
Man, they about to start pumping back out, man. My laptop and my equipment that I use to make the videos, I got stolen. Somebody had broke into my car, so we got it all back now.
I know. I need to get back in the game.
Yeah,
man.
we got it all back
I miss
now.
it.
But it's coming. I appreciate that most definitely.
Cool.
Hey, no doubt, man. And I know y'all going down to Atlanta for SneakerCon, man. But y'all can make a trip down to DC, man.
DC gonna be on the radar one day. I swear. Like I love DC. DC is that spot. Like low key, Georgetown, all the museums and all the historical Ford Theater. Man, I'm telling you, like that's the spot.
That's the place I want to go. I've never been in DC.
You never been?
Never been.
Okay, we gotta make that happen. And DC is that spot. Like the funniest thing about DC is it's crowded as hell during the day, and then after 5, it's like empty. It's like everybody just like a ghost town. But anyway, thanks for calling.
Man came close.
Huh?
He came to Baltimore.
Yeah.
He came to Baltimore. You did a drive-by, man. You came in with your wife and kids. You ain't said nothing to nobody, man.
That was a few years back.
Wow.
Yeah.
But thanks for calling, though, Dave.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one, man.
You too,
All
bro.
right,
Appreciate
let's get to Charles real quick.
Yes, sir.
We got Jacques Slade.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Chillin'. Give a shout out to my boy Guru back in the mix on the Sneaker Box podcast.
See, now I feel like I want to leave the show for a while just to come back and everybody be like, oh, I'm glad Caesar's back. Yeah, shout out to
Nobody
Caesar.
say nothing about
I know,
Caesar.
nobody cares about me no more. All right, I'm happy to have Guru back, Jumpman, G-Sneaks.
Appreciate
or
it.
Baby Kareem.
Baby Kareem.
Baby Kareem.
That's
it. That's your new name.
Hashtag of the day. Baby Kareem.
Baby Kareem.
But one of my recent cops was this week. I copped them navy blue and gum bottom 11 lows. I just copped them because I missed out when they came out. So I got to go back and get them.
Right.
And they're a nice one, too, man. I had mine on for at least about 2 days, and I turned them over. I turned the bottom over. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You had them on last week, right?
Yeah, I had them on last week, and then I had them on the day before. I wore them 2 days in a row. Man, when you turn that bottom over, nothing.
I would have had them, but then they went up to a size 14. So.
Nothing.
I hate that.
But I had a question.
Yeah.
I know we're getting a little ahead of time. What you think was Jordan going to drop out next year after Space Jam?
Which 11?
Well, the Space Jams are coming out at the end of this year, but I know the 15s are supposed to come back.
We supposed to get a 16. We supposed to get a 16 at the end of this year.
Yeah, it's a man. That's
then we got 13.
The Pure Money 14s. Oh, 14s. The Pure Money 4s. I'm sorry.
13s.
Would you rather him to drop the 20 days of Flight 11 for next year?
I'm trying to picture that in my head now. The sky, is that
the all black and green?
It's the all black with the
all
green
black
bottom.
with the green.
I
want to get away from all black 11s at this point, man. We don't got.
But I like that black and green, electric green colorway, like the 29s.
White and red.
White and red.
Right.
Maybe he should give us a history of Flight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing some more orange. Yeah. Some orange and gray. I love those 12s. The orange and
So you saying an orange and gray 11 or season?
I mean, well, not necessarily orange and gray, but I don't know. Like, I do kind of like sometimes when they get outside the red, black, and white colorways.
Well, you know what would be dope if they actually dropped one of the player edition.
That
would be sweet.
I agree.
Or maybe that Ray Allen with the
Ray Allen. Man, those are hard.
With the gold.
Then Jim Jones can finally get a real pair.
You're right. And stop saying court.
Are you talking about some 2 rings? You talking about some 2 rings?
There you go. I got it.
And then he will sit court.
Oh man, it was
sit court side with him on.
It's my life's mission to make Jumpman crack up at least one time on an episode. I thought it was going to be during the one-star sneaker reviews, but
wait a minute,
I got him early.
But he was so mad.
I know, he was so adamant.
He was like, man, I know these
so
are
defiant.
Sitting courtside with his feet out on the floor like that.
Even when people pulled up photogenic proof, like, no, man, this is not what you think it is.
Yeah, he had it.
He had the tongue off.
He refused to admit defeat. Like, he was gonna go down swinging. I kind of admire him for that. Like, you just like, nope, can't tell me anything else.
Hey.
But anyway, thanks for calling in, Charles.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Shout out to y'all.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate you, bro. Texas, baby.
Yeah, Texas. All right, man. Okay, so full disclosure, this man was supposed to be in the show a long time ago. So hopefully he's not angry with me. We got Jacques Slade, a.k.a. Kusto.
Yeah.
Rapper, actor, and sneaker YouTuber. He was supposed to be like, Alan had this set up like we were still in the basement. Wow. And for whatever reason, I don't know why we never got to it. It was just like I would think of it, and then something would happen. And then I'm like, you know what? I got to get him in before we get to 100. Like, I cannot sleep at night.
He getting all these watermarks on there. We on Facebook Live.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Now, Jack, I never see. It's funny because doing the show, it allows me to do some research on the people that we have for interviews. I didn't know you was in Walk Hard. Like, I'm like, what? Like, Walk Hard. Like, first of all, I love that movie. And I'm surprised that I didn't recognize he was in that movie. Like, that movie is hilarious. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen. And I'm like, he was in it, and like, it was Little Nutsack. That was your rap name, Little Nutsack.
Yeah. Most people don't know because of the sneaker stuff.
Yes.
Most people don't know about like the TV and film stuff that I've done.
That's what I found most interesting because you did stuff for what's that, Community? You did some music. I think it was one episode for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to go ahead and shout yourself out? I mean, what other movies and shows you've been on?
I was in Walk Hard. I wrote the song that I was actually performing in Walk Hard. I wrote the song. So what happened was, back in the day, I was a rapper, and I made an album, and the album did horrible. Like
look, you and every other black person in America,
right? Yeah,
you got to at least come out with one album,
right? But after, a couple of studios got a hold of the album. And they were like, oh, well, we like your music. We'll put it in like TV and film and stuff. And so I was like, oh, okay. Like, at that point, I was young. I was like, sure, that sounds great to me.
Right.
And as that started to happen more, they started to actually like reach out to me personally. It was like, hey, we have this movie coming out. We have this TV show coming out. Can you write a song for this in particular? And so that's how Walk Hard came about. They approached me and asked me to write a song for the movie, and I wrote the song for the movie. And after they approved the song, they was like, hey, do you actually want to be the rapper in the movie?
Nice.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and so that's how that happened. And from that, I got another movie, Drill Bit Taylor. There's like a freestyle scene in Drill Bit Taylor where I wrote the freestyle scene for the kids. And then I went on set and I coached them about how to freestyle, I guess is what you would call it.
Wow.
So yeah, I know.
Right, practice.
For us, it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you have to teach them? But yeah.
Wow.
So we taught them like how to freestyle. So from that, that turned into Community. So for Community, at that point, I was like, oh, maybe I'll be an actor. I was like, I'm not a rapper. Maybe I'll be an actor. And so I did a song for the pilot of the show. Where they just had me do a bunch of different voices. It was like, oh, can you do something like Snoop, do something like DMX, do something like Jay-Z? So I did these 3 different songs, and they used one of them for the intro. But then I didn't hear from them for 4 episodes, and so I was like, I actually want to be on the show. So I wrote, I just took the initiative to write this theme song for the TV show, and I shot a video in my car on the way to Home Depot. I shot this crazy music video in my car. And I turned that in, and from that got me actually on the show Community, and I wrote more songs for them. I think I wrote 2 or 3 songs, maybe into the 3rd or 4th season, and so that was kind of so that's how that came about. And from there, then I got stuff on Shameless and stuff on The New Girl, The Good Wife.
Oh, my wife loves that show too.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of other different shows, and most recently, I co-wrote the theme song for Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Fox.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then I also have I performed the Kanye. They remade Kanye song for Neighbors 2. So the movie that just came out, I'm in that on that as well. I should say I performed the song. I'm not in that movie, but The Kanye song that you hear in the movie is actually me.
All right, I need your address. I'm gonna send you a 5x10 of my actor screenshot for you.
I need some.
I know. I'm saying this is the guy to talk to. This is the connect right here.
I know it's a connect,
like to a whole, not just the shoes, but maybe to a movie.
That's hilarious.
But not so. Okay, so how did you? So were you always into sneakers, and you just kind of started off doing it on the side, and it became a big thing? Like, how did that progress?
Yeah, well, the sneaker thing happened. So I was in between my acting jobs back then.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't getting a lot of acting jobs, so I was teaching actually, and I was teaching at this school in Hawthorne. Like just random note, like Tyler is actually one of my music students, which is crazy to think.
The creator.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so after that school closed down, I was working at that school. Actually closed. It was a charter school, so I was out of work for maybe 6 to 8 months. And during that time, Jazzy, I don't know if you guys know Jazzy, Nerd Like Jazzy, on Twitter.
I can't think of it.
All right. Well, she was working at Kicks on Fire.
Okay.
And she was like, "Hey, you want to write on the side while you're off?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." So I started writing at Kicks on Fire on the side, just while I was looking for another job, and it just turned into a bigger thing. Like as I wrote more, I got more involved. And then I eventually started doing videos for Kicks on Fire. And back then, nobody was really doing any video on sneakers. Well, I shouldn't say that. People weren't doing like professionally produced videos on sneakers back then.
Right.
And because of like my acting experience and my time on TV, like when I approached the way I wanted to do sneaker videos, I was like, I'm going to do it like it was on TV, because that's kind of like where my experience was. And like, that's how I was like, I can also do this and I can still be on camera. So if a producer or somebody wanted to see me on camera, they could see me doing these videos.
Right.
And so I started there, and it just kind of took off. Once I started doing videos for Kicks on Fire, it just started building from there.
Right. I always kind of saw you as the Ryan Seacrest of sneakers. Like, it was very polished. But no, I mean, so do you think that's also like because you can see your videos and you can see the quality in them and how you prepare for them. And do you think that's, oh man, my phone is going off all of a sudden. Do you think that's part of the reason why like you've all of a sudden became like the go-to guy like for certain events to I guess host and narrate?
I mean, I imagine so. But also, really, there's really nobody in that does what I do in the sneaker world.
Right.
Like that's it's not that I'm like so much better than anybody else, or I do something so much different than anybody else. It's just that nobody really does the type of coverage and format it the way that I do.
Right.
So I think when they're looking for something like that I'm just the default choice. It's not that like, yo, son's killing it. It's just like there's really nobody else.
Right. I mean, there is a difference in your videos. Like I don't want to say, I'm not trying to say it's better or trying to demean anybody else's videos, but there is a level of preparedness and production to your videos that seem like they're made for TV almost. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. And then that was the goal. Like I just wanted to create something that if ESPN or SportsCenter or somebody came down the line and they was like, yo, we love what you did on a Jordan 1. We want to use it on TV. Like they wouldn't have to be like, well, we need to kind of do this. Do you have the footage? I wanted them to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll just use your files, and
right.
Like it's straight.
Oh. Now, I mean, you've met plenty of athletes. So we're looking at the video right now of you talking to KD. You're playing basketball with KD. Now, which athlete were you most geeked up to, I guess, meet or interview?
It had to be Kobe.
Kobe?
I'm an LA guy,
Yeah.
born and raised here in LA. Like, so I mean, there's probably nobody that compared to Kobe. Like, I haven't personally met Jordan.
Right.
I've been at events where he's there, but I haven't like sat down and interviewed him.
Right.
But I still kind of feel like I was probably be more hyped about that first time I got to sit down and do an interview with Kobe as opposed to doing one with Mike, just because Kobe is such a big part of the LA culture and, LA basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that that's probably the guy for me.
No, that's interesting. Okay, when it comes to LA, who's a bigger icon, Kobe or Magic?
I think Magic. Well, it's just different. It's different. Because like Magic is like the old school guy, and like everybody respects Magic. But Kobe was in the era, in the social media era. So it's like his, he's talked about more than Magic would have been talked about. Like if Magic was around, now, coming out in fur coats, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be a whole different conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
and
even be all over.
And even when I was down there in LA, man, you see more portraits of Kobe on side of buildings and stuff than you do at Magic.
I do feel like Magic doesn't get
100%.
enough due, though. I mean, dude did help save the NBA, but God forbid kids do their research. I had another question for you. Like, I remember you did the, when people were clowning, there was a shoe that came out in Kmart that tried to model itself after the threes. And I think you bought a pair. I think you even wrote about how it took you back to when you were a kid, you couldn't afford shoes.
100%.
Like, do you still have those shoes? And do you wear them?
I've worn them maybe 3 or 4 times, and they're literally in the stack of shoes that's right next to me.
And do you get what are those when you go out and wear them, or no?
No, I mean, because where I live in an area that isn't really urban, I guess.
Oh, gated community.
But, yeah,
it's a little different now.
I know. It's Cousteau on the front gate. Speaking of houses, though, you went to Michael Jordan's house, right? Did you actually go inside?
We went into his second house, I guess you would call it. So he has like a long driveway, and there's like a main house.
Okay.
And then there's like I guess more of like a gym house, because it has like the basketball court in it.
If that's
it has like a little like
gym house.
Yeah, it's like a gym house. It has like a basketball court. It has like a locker room. It has like a little TV area where you can watch TV. So it's kind of like the back house, I guess.
Okay.
So we didn't go inside of his actual house. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. We ate lunch. We ate lunch inside of his hall area inside of his house.
You just got.
But that was all. They would. Yeah, that's all we could see. They wouldn't let us in. They
I just gotta give kudos.
In this area.
I just gotta give kudos to the terms he used. His hall, gym house,
second
house.
I know.
Wow,
that's nuts.
This is what's up, man? This is Guru. I just got here not too long ago.
What up, man?
Way to show up late, Guru.
Hey, man, just being a dad.
I know the crowd is going wild right now. Guru's finally in the house.
Guru. What? Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. What was some advice if someone, I have a certain appreciation for the aesthetics of a shoe, as far as how you're able to go to have a relationship with Nike and get called for events, kind of do those type of things. Because right now I'm a manager at Villa, so I'll be always trying to push them to have someone to be. You can actually have a retailer who's in tune with the culture, who can bring that information back and share it with the staff. So, like, how are you able to establish those relationships and connections so you can go do events for Nike and whoever else? Because that's something I would like to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to say, okay, where's this going from? I like the hexagon thing that did LeBron 12s, and that's the life's perfect shape, and then going forward. So how did you establish those relationships?
My relationships came about initially because I was a writer for Kicks on Fire and Some Nice Kicks. So that's where the relationships were established, and because they see those guys as press and they don't see them as a retailer or as an influencer in that regard. So that's why they usually get invited to those events. But I really think at the end of the day, they see you creating content that they think benefits them. For instance, there's a soccer company in Europe called Unisport TV, and they're a retailer, but they get invited to all of the press events. But it's because they create some incredible content. Like their content, the video stuff that they create is out of this world. So I think that's really what it boils down to. Like those companies seeing you creating stuff, even before they invite you, creating content, or whether it's videos or write-ups or however Villa decides to disseminate that information, creating that in a way that resonates with the culture, and from there, those brands will see that, and they'll be like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should invite Villa to the next thing and let them share the message the way they share the message. Because a lot of times, you don't see that from retailers. You don't see like the type of storytelling that the sneaker brands do. I mean, the sneaker websites do, like those long form stories and those long form videos and stuff like that. Retailers don't usually do that sort of thing. It's very rare that you see that, especially here in the U.S. If you go to Europe, you see companies like Unisport doing stuff, and you see their content, you're like, wow, like, are these guys who are these guys? Like, right. You wouldn't even recognize that they're a retailer because of the type of content that they create. So I think that's really what it boils down to, creating just really dope content, and from there, kind of letting them, they'll eventually come to you. If they see there's value in it, they'll come to you. Like that, I think that's really why they still talk to me, is that they find value in what I do. Like I don't feel like I'm giving any information that's different than any of the sneaker YouTubers that are out there. There's plenty of sneaker YouTubers out there.
Right.
So it's just they find value in what I do, and I'm thankful for that. Because I'm just doing what I know how to do.
Right. Real quick before we let you go, your parody, I'm in love with the retros. Like what? Like how big did that get?
It actually didn't do really big at all, really.
Oh, really?
It got I think it only got like 50,000 views or something like that.
Only 50,000. Ooh. Also, too, I thought you and was it Nick involved? Don't you guys have a show too?
We were doing it for a while, but we ended up we stopped doing it just because everyone's schedules were too hard to kind of get together to make it happen. Yeah, we just couldn't make it happen. Yeah, it was too hard to get it all together. We tried to, and we wanted to keep doing it, but it was just difficult to get it all together.
Right.
I don't know.
No, yeah, trust
and then
me.
we weren't as fancy as you guys.
Ooh.
We didn't have producers and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Y'all got
man, it took a long.
Trust me.
We came from the basement.
This is
I mean, it had J's in it. Don't get me wrong, but we came from the basement.
this coming from the same guy that was at Michael Jordan's. What was it? Gym House.
Paul Gym House.
He was in Walk Hard. Like,
oh, come on! No, we didn't have a producer. A producer called. Y'all had a producer call me. We'll be right with you, Jacques. We have 2 calls ahead of you. On our show, we was like, hold up, we can't get the Google link to work. Hold on, we'll be right with you in just a second. Somebody cut this. Cut it. Hold on, we'll be back. That's how our show ran. Y'all got producers and editors and. Probably real microphones and all kind of stuff. I don't even want to hear it.
It took us a long time to get to this point. It was almost like March of the Penguins, but we was wearing sneakers.
You've been an inspiration. This is JumpmanBostic. I watch your videos. I've learned a lot from your videos. I take some of your content, to be honest, and knowledge of sneakers, and use it when I do my YouTube videos, when I do my sneaker review. So. I appreciate the work that you put in.
See, now I feel like that's impossible. You are like an OG. I swear, like there's no way that you should know. I'm not even gonna believe it. I appreciate the compliment, and like it warms my heart. But like the respect that you get in the community is kind of where I aim to be. So I appreciate you and thank you for that. That means a lot to me.
I appreciate that too. I mean, my YouTube page is nowhere near yours. You know, my content is considered boring to a lot of people, but my content is for people who
bought the vacuums,
would like to know the history of sneakers, kind of like what you do. But I just think that people can't relate to my style. My style is more like the 80s, like Magic, and not like the 90s and 2000s, like Kobe. You know what I mean?
Maybe if you did a movie with John C. Reilly.
And this is my way of doing it, and it's the way I know how to do it. And the loyal people that listen or watch my videos, I appreciate them.
Right.
But that's
100%.
Touching on what Jumpman said, I'm a fellow YouTuber. I review as well. We all got our fans, and we all bring something different to the culture.
Exactly.
We all review a lot of the same shoes, but at the same time, it's still different viewpoints from every aspect of it. We all offer something to the culture, but we all do play a big role in keeping the culture pushing. So, hey, my hat's off to
100.
you. My hat's off to you as well, bro. You doing your thing.
I guess since we, this is gonna be Steel Magnolias on the show today.
True.
What I appreciate for everybody though is that everybody has different personalities and they keep it real. And I think that's one of the things I try to do is like, you know what, I can't apologize for who I am. Like either you're gonna like what I do or you just don't. And YouTubers like you, JumpmanBostic, who I had the privilege of, befriending and looking up to as a brother. Those people like Gavin or G Sneaks, is like, you know what I'm saying? So, talking to Mike Rich, Baby Kareem, and also, out in Atlanta. Speaking of which, aren't you guys having a basketball game in Atlanta for SneakerCon?
Yes, for SneakerCon.
Oh, we gotta go.
17th.
Yeah,
we gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slaughter.
So you taking that L already, or how's this working out?
No, I'm saying here's the thing. Like I tried to warn them beforehand. Like I play ball. Like I legit play ball. Like I didn't play college, but I'm nice.
Okay.
George Kill played college ball. Charlie Buckets played college ball. Trey and Jay, I think Trey played college ball. Jay didn't, but you can see that they know how to play. So, just those 5 right there could probably handle any of the other sneaker YouTubers out there alone.
Wow.
And they have, they have FOMA, which is, their saving grace. Like, FOMA played overseas. Like, FOMA's a legit baller. Mm-hmm. But the rest of them, they're just like the men's league. I know, people in the men's league come play. But then there's the guy that actually played and playing in the men's league, and you see how big of a difference that is. Yeah, right. That's what it's gonna be like. And
so somebody gonna get embarrassed. I tried to warn him.
Yeah, I told him beforehand. I was like, "Yo, these teams aren't fair. They're not. It's not fair. It's not fair." He was like,
"Put it on."
Yeah, he was like, "No." He's like, "No, my boys, they play. They're good." And I'm like, "Yeah, but probably what you think is good is not what we think is good," kind of thing. But it is what it is. God bless them.
Before I let you go, this is Guru. Like I said, I appreciate what you do as well. Every time you and Nightwing talk, when they talk about materials, whether it be Fireline and Cushline and everything like that, flying in, and going back to the transfer materials and fit, I appreciate that, taking the time, effort, and learn about that. So when people like me are watching it, who don't have the privilege to see the shoe yet, or interact with the shoe, I can get a gist or an idea from what you're saying. We got the cool dudes who just buy the shoes, able to access it. Then we got the OGs like Jumpman, and then you got the nerds like us, like me, you, Nightwing, who's actually into the aesthetics part about it, and even the history part about it. So I appreciate the work you put into, and thanks for your advice and your time today.
I appreciate that, Guru. Yeah, I mean, my goal with all of this is really to give. To provide, for me, I see it because of the acting and music thing. I see it as entertainment. As much as I love sneakers, I try to look at it from an entertainment perspective and provide them with some history. Try to make it look cool, and give them the information they need. So I try to make it as entertaining as possible while still giving them all the information that they need. And that's how I approach it. And thankfully that resonates with people. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I didn't really plan it out to be what it is now. I started on YouTube just because I wasn't working at Nice Kicks anymore. I was I have to do something on my own, and I had no idea that it was going to turn out the way it's turned out. I was lucky. I was happy when I got 10,000 subs. I didn't think that many people would be checking for me because I'm just nobody really knows me. I don't have a name like JumpmanBostic. I don't have the history that Nightwing does. I don't have the Nice Kicks website. I don't have Kicks on Fire or Sneaker News or any of that kind of stuff behind me anymore. And it was just me by myself. I literally was just this is how I see it. This is what I would want to watch. I try to create something that I would want to watch, and that's what I tell people all the time. Like I get mad kids hitting me up like, yo, how do I get a YouTube channel? How do I start? What do I need to do? And my thing to them is always create something that you would want to watch.
Right.
Because you're part of the culture, and other people are going to want to watch what you want to watch.
See, but that's
the only.
That's the beauty of it, because you got that lane. You got to create that lane for people like us, without the big back end and everything like that. We got to follow the lane, so you got to create it for us. So we really appreciate that.
Oh, for sure, man. Appreciate that. All right, still Magnolia. Still going on. Thank you for calling in.
It's real session right now. we having some church right now.
I love it, though. I love it. I love this kind of stuff, man.
Hey, but thanks for calling in.
Oh, man, thank you. And tell the producer thank you. I appreciate it. I feel special.
Just know we'll be tuning in to your video.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, real quick, somebody else wanted to say something to you.
Yeah. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it.
Wow. That was very passionate.
Thank you, man. Thank y'all guys.
Oh, my
Y'all
gosh.
awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Funk, for saying what needed to be said.
Wow. He was really heartfelt right there.
Hilarious.
I love that one part of the guys like, take it easy.
All right, no
All
problem.
right, man. We'll see you later.
Y'all are hilarious.
We might see you in Atlanta, though. Seriously.
Yeah, we going. It's too much. It's going to be too
Don't
much.
act like you don't know us, like you're too big to talk to us either when we get down there.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
All right, man, easy.
Like I hung with John C. Riley. Who are you guys? All right. Thanks.
All right, y'all.
I think
All
Atlanta
right.
is on.
Hey, stay in touch.
All right. For sure. All right, guys.
Yep.
All right. Peace. I think Atlanta is on.
Yeah, I think it may be on. That was Jacques Slade, a.k.a. Cousteau, a rapper, actor, and sneaker YouTuber. You can follow him on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Is he on Facebook? I don't think he's on Facebook. He might be on Snapchat. I don't know. I'm not on there.
He's on Snapchat.
But it's probably under Cousteau. Kustoo. So, all right. In any event, finally, like an hour in, we got to the news finally. All right, news. All right, so speaking of, him and Nick involved they started the show. They got a couple episodes into it. But speaking of him, this story is kind of, it might have a happy ending. You can enter a giveaway for the band Air Jordan 1 to help a member of the sneaker community. An article written by Brandon Richard for Soul Collector, Nick Engvall, a name you probably recognize from Soul Collector, Complex Sneakers, and StockX. And like I said, with the show with Jacques Slade, recently received the news that his mother has been diagnosed with cancer with no medical insurance due to a pre-existing condition rejection. So she had a pre-existing condition and they rejected her, which is messed up in itself. Covering up to $120,000 in treatment bills has proven to be a tough hurdle for her and her family. In need of assistance and out of answers, Nick humbly turned to GoFundMe to help his mother. Thus far, the fundraiser has been a success. Nick's mom was able to undergo her first procedure with help from friends, family, and generous supporters. However, there are still mountains to climb, and Philly-based retailer Lapstone and Hammer are doing their part to help. With a donation of any amount to Nick's GoFundMe account, you'll be entered in a giveaway to win the band Air Jordan 1. To complete the entry, add the message, much love, in the comments. Each donation will count as a unique entry leading up to the September 3rd deadline. So, if you're trying to get a pair of Air Jordan 1s, that'd be the way to go. You're helping somebody out. But even if you're not trying to get any Air Jordan 1s, let's just take the shoes out of it. Like, this is somebody's mother who is battling horrible disease. So, I'm asking all our listeners whether it can just be $1. Like, donate something towards the cause. Let's help them out, man. Like, we just think a community, we're supposed to rally together. And so somebody needs our help. So, because if it was your mother, you would want everybody else to help you. Right.
So, just think $1 could help save a life. So.
Just $1. Like all the money we spend on shoes, you can give $1 to help somebody's mother. Absolutely. So, and whatever. Moving on, the medal rankings of each sneaker brand in the 2016 Rio Olympics. All right. So, anybody want to guess who number one was? Anybody? Any guesses? All right. Nike. Nike has 79 medals overall. They had 44 gold, 11 silver, and 24 bronze. Number 2 surprise, Under Armour. They had 17 medals overall. That's a huge gap between 1 and 2 right there. They had 9 gold, 5 silver, and 3 bronze. New Balance came in third with 12 medals overall. They had 8 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze. Adidas came in at fourth with 9 medals overall, 4 gold, 1 silver, and 4 bronze. Asics also had 9 medals overall, 2 gold, 1 silver, and 6 bronze. I never heard of this company. Mizuno?
That's a running shoe. They sell that finish line.
Okay.
They do a lot of baseball stuff, too.
Yeah. That's a running shoe.
They have 8 medals overall. 1 gold, 2 silver, and 5 bronze. Reebok came in with 4 medals overall. 2 gold, 2 silver, 0 bronze. Jordan Brand came after Reebok, which, wouldn't you just count that as Nike? Like, is it that much of a separate brand to where like you could rank it?
It is.
So the three medals came from what?
Basketball.
So you got Jimmy Butler and who else?
Carmelo Anthony,
and Kawhi Leonard.
Leonard.
That's 3 gold medals there.
That's 3.
But I think they count it as.
Oh, they count basketball.
Events. I think they count the events itself.
Okay.
So
that's Jordan Brand sponsor.
You got women's basketball.
Well, women's basketball,
men's basketball,
and then what other
soccer?
No,
Maya Moore.
But let's have women's basketball though.
Yeah.
So women's.
What's the other sport?
That's a good question.
Somebody looked that up. I don't know. Homework assignment for somebody. Skechers somehow made on this list with 1 medal overall. 1 bronze.
That's because they stole somebody else's shoe and then it looked just like theirs.
Right.
That's how they snuck on the list.
So I guess Puma.
They get a gold medal for stealing.
Yeah,
Puma's not on this list.
Puma's not on there, but
Usain Bolt. It's Puma.
Usain Bolt, yeah.
Yeah, Usain.
Should have got. That's like
that might have been like 1 gold medal.
No, he had.
I didn't make the list.
Medals.
I know Jumpman's mad at me because I didn't put him on. I didn't make the list. Be mad at Complex. Sperry, they had 1 medal overall, and Anta. Anta had 1 gold and Sperry had 1 bronze. Well, yeah, basketball. They should get like no medal for those shoes they made for him.
Oh yeah, that back-to-back championship pack they made for him or something like that.
Go ahead. The show shot to take. Go ahead.
I'm Ultimate Warriors, Cavaliers. Go ahead.
Ultimate Warriors.
Air Jordans are now sold at Walmart. I should have read this story last week. An article written by Ray P for the ShoeGame.com. You can add Walmart to the list of retailers that sell Air Jordan Retros. If you went to Walmart.com and did a quick search of Air Jordan shoes, you'd find reduced Air Jordan Retros in a few different colorways and styles. Now, Walmart isn't directly selling them themselves. They're the middleman for Shuzu, an online discount sneaker store that's using Walmart's online services. Releases like the Letterman Air Jordan 1, the Dunk From Above Air Jordan 4, the NYC Air Jordan 10, a few others are currently in stock on Walmart.com as of this recording. Kanye West apologized to Nike CEO Mark Parker during the St. Pablo tour. An article written by Brandon Richard for Soul Collector. During a break in his concert, Kanye West took a moment out to speak on his former collaborators at Nike, namely CEO Mark Parker, who was on the receiving end of harsh words from Kanye during his last tour. Kanye apologized by saying, "I would like to thank the head of Nike. I'd like to thank Mark Parker for giving a kid out of Chicago a chance to create." Kanye then turned his attention toward his friends at Adidas, singling out VP of Global Entertainment and Influencer Marketing, John Wexler. Speaking of the Olympics, going back to that, Nike says it wasn't losing at the Olympics. Yeah, you were. An article written by Brandon Dew for Soul Collector. Nike responded to the claims that the brand was losing the Olympics due to its stock being sluggish during the global games. Nike brand president Trevor Edwards said in an interview with Fortune, "It's absolute nonsense. We have 1,500 athletes from over 60 countries. Visibly, you can see the brand's presence." Trevor cites 340 million video views on his unlimited video campaign and Nike's near ubiquity in track and field at the Olympics as evidence of his doing just fine for the Rio 2016.
Your athletes are winning, but your stock wasn't performing like it should have been. So, like, your dominance as far as the brand was at the Olympics, but we're talking, they were referring to their stock at the time during the Olympics. So.
Right. Adidas Yeezy basketball sneakers to release in 2017. An article written by Brandon Dew for Soul Collector. Kanye West's Adidas Yeezy line will soon expand beyond lifestyle models to include basketball, football, baseball, and soccer shoes. The new piece for Slam, Nick DiPaolo writes that Yeezy basketball sneakers are scheduled to debut in early 2017. Adidas recently re-upped its deal with Kanye, announcing a long-term partnership this past June. In that announcement, Adidas CMO Eric Liedtke alluded to the future of Yeezy products in the performance realm. And speaking of basketball shoes, anybody seen those James Harden Adidas sneakers?
Those are terrible.
Those look like Wallaby. Remember the Wallabies back in like 98?
Bro, the Wallabies look better than that because they got it's like two shoes in one. It got like the front part from that Vindicate, that old Vin Baker Jordan, Jordan, and the other part it's just trash. I hope it's a wear test sample for his sake. Because I saw the LeBron 15 too. I was pissed. I said, really, yo? So I'm going to wait before I get my final assessment of it. But right now, it's like, I know it's all performance based, and I'll be backing these guys when customers come in and say, man, this shoe is ugly. And I'd explain to them, yo, they designed the shoe not for you to walk around the mall in, for Carmelo and LeBron to do 360 post ups and all that.
Right.
So that's why they go aesthetics first, then style. But some of this stuff can be at least somewhat appeasing. And this is a prime example.
Lastly, you can win a golden track spike designed by Usain Bolt. In an article written by Brandon Richard for Soul Collector, to celebrate another successful summer in the Olympics, Bolt and PUMA are giving you a chance to own a piece of that history. By heading over to PUMA.com, you can enter a simple giveaway that will reward 5 winners with one of Usain's golden Olympic track spikes signed by the fastest man in the world himself. Entries will be accepted until September 7th. What day is that? Anybody know what day September? That would be
Friday?
Next Wednesday.
It's a Friday. Yeah, the 3rd is the Saturday.
It's a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
And the winners will be contacted on September 12th. So you have until the 7th to go to Puma.com and enter that giveaway. And then if you win, they will contact you on September 12th. You know what? Let's read this last one. I got time. Euro 2016 lift sees Puma's profits top analyst estimates. An article written by Aaron Ricadella.
It's pronounced Gordon.
For the Irish Examiner. Puma has reported second quarter profits that top analyst estimates as the German sportswear maker got a lift from Euro 2016 and a focus on the women's market. Earnings before interest and taxes rose to 12 million euros, beating analysts' average expectations of 10.6 million euros. Puma fought negative currency conversion effects by keeping a lid on costs. Chief Executive, his name is Bjorn Golden.
Just do like we do in black people. Be good. Be good.
Be good, right. Be good.
It's pronounced Gordon.
Man, the chief executive, Be Gold. 3 years into a turnaround effort is balancing sports and style, pushing brash, multicolored boots, and a partnership with sprinter Usain Bolt. Sales of Puma sports shoes at U.S. retailers rose 40% in May and 17% in June, helped by sales of women's runners. NPD Group analyst Matt Powell, my dude, said that Be Gold has been promoting women's designs marketed with singer Rihanna, which has created a halo effect over the whole company. Puma has also been very tight on expenses to combat a stronger U.S. dollar that reduces gross profit margin to 4.6% from 45.6% from 46.7% a year ago. The company is also studying which athletes could fill Usain Bolt's shoes once he retires, even as it plans to make more use of his time after his competitive running days end. So Puma is definitely, it seems like a lot of companies are making a move, which is good. More competition is good for us because that means better shoes, better quality, better colorways will come out.
And then also, too, everybody shoe company plays a part because you want to wear some Flyknit Air Maxes or some, Jordans or Bronze or Kobe's. The other day, you might feel like throwing on some X6 gel lights. And then, so if everybody is bringing something to the table, it has more to offer. And also diversifies everybody's sneaker collection.
Right. Let's get to just this G4, George, out of OKC. George.
What's good, boss? It's G4 from G4 Vision, man. Just coming to shout out the channel, man, and let y'all know that y'all are killing it right now, especially in the Oklahoma area. We don't have nothing like this going.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
As always.
How y'all feeling with
No doubt, boss.
How you feeling about KD? Like, you mad at him or you just kind of like over it?
Man, I'm glad I get to go over the airways and give my opinion. Man, in my personal opinion,
right,
let's just be 100. I've been in Oklahoma my whole life. I didn't expect him to stay. I thought he put in that 1 year. Him and Russell said they could do it one more time. My only issue was just where he went. Of course, he's a grown man. But, I mean, to just jump ship to somebody to keep kicking your teeth in, I can't support your movement.
Right.
That's my same stance. What it is. It's not for you leaving. It's just who you went to.
Right. But you know.
But let me ask y'all a question though, and this is my deal. Okay, so Nike brand doesn't just go after contributors. They generally go after guys that they think are that upper echelon caliber. So where do you guys, like as far as your mindset, feel about Nike still supporting somebody that really keeps saying he don't want that, for lack of better terms, that Michael Jordan headline?
You talking about KD?
Yeah, because, I mean, like, if you think about it, Nike didn't pick him up because he was the best team player out there. They picked you up because you're one of the top 3 players in the league. But now you're saying you'll take that back seat. How do y'all feel about that as far as the brand supporting that? Do you think they'll continue to push?
I mean, I don't think the brand really cares. Did the brand, like, not back LeBron when he went to Miami?
Yeah, but LeBron was still LeBron.
Right. I mean, we don't know if KD's still going to be KD or
so
not.
So KD said he's going to take a back seat?
I remember him saying that.
So that's what I don't remember.
Well, no, I mean, but the whole concept was, and this, mind you, this is from the media we get here in Oklahoma, and I'll be the first to say that our media has been so soft on Russell and KD that it's actually kind of pathetic. But the concept here was, you know, I don't just want to be the leader of the team. I just want to go somewhere and win.
Right.
Well, I believe Nike probably see it as a win-win because if, you know, KD stayed, they still get the top 3. But then again, if KD do take that back seat, play a team role, that's another championship for the Nike banner. So
Nike's, I mean, yeah, Nike.
They win regardless.
I don't think they really concern themselves like with, you know, is he going to be the leader of the team or is he going to be, you know.
That's another championship pack to drop.
I mean, let's be honest. He did not all of a sudden stop becoming a 3rd or a top 5 player in the NBA because he went to Golden State. You ain't got to like where he went, but he's still a hell of a player. And, you know, I mean, we'll see what happens next year. You know, I mean, it might fall apart.
He's trying to fit in. You know, he doesn't want to disrupt the chemistry they already have, but he's going to be a go-to player.
I think also, too, the only thing concern would be if KD took a back seat to Curry, how Nike would feel like, okay, now we got not Under Armour saying, we're in the same team, and the leader of this team is actually our brand athlete as opposed to yours.
Right.
So I'll see that Nike competitive as far as sales market in the Oakland area. Yeah. That's probably where it's going to get competitive at.
I still don't see KD taking a backseat to Curry, though. I
don't see it either.
KD's more consistent than Curry is. Curry really, they would have won if Curry showed up in those last.
He was consistent games. Most of last year to the end, just like KD. Right? But KD was. I mean, would you rather have?
Well, that kind of my thing is they both were inconsistent when
right.
It mattered. So it's like, so it's like,
I can't argue that.
Right, that might be the most valid point.
Now it's like instead of the one person getting the blame, that we can blame. So when we have a bad game, well, KD's the leader of the team, and then when KD has to go, Curry's the learning MVP. Right. So it's just like they got somebody to point finger. And I think they came together because they can't handle the criticism. And this is a lot of things people get.
He put them on the couch. He put them on the couch.
Yeah, they could, because you look at it. As soon as the criticism started coming, I don't care with nobody else. KD too. I don't, they can't deal with the criticism. We criticize LeBron all day long, and then when he flinch at it, we take him through the ringer. When KD and Curry are kind of their first realm of Jordan and LeBron criticism, they just bailed. They just.
Like, I mean, but LeBron's not the first time.
I didn't say that. I said Jordan and I'm saying. I know,
but Jordan. I mean, first of all, the entire league is soft. If we're gonna do this mental diagnosis,
social media though,
the whole league is soft. Like, name me one player who isn't acting very sensitive right now.
No. Westbrook ain't sensitive. There's some players that's tough for him. My thing is,
he might be the
league
one.
May be soft, but you can. Nobody in the league can say nothing to you, but if you go on Instagram, I'm pretty sure a lot of players say I'd rather for KG to trash talk me in the court than go on Instagram and see some of the memes or see some of the flashbacks that people get.
That's grown man talk right there.
So it's like,
I mean, but like everybody goes to social media now. It's just I don't know.
People are scared of the memes.
Yes, they are scared of the memes. You know that he talking about the league soft. It's like
the whole league is. I mean,
I would love to see with Jordan miss a game shot and they kicked the memes with the crying face back in '91. Man. I would love to see how he would have taken that, or he gambling. They would have took the little Jordan memes with him gambling at Greek Town. I would have loved
rolling too.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that.
It would be interesting. It's just I don't know. It just seems like the attitudes are different, though. So, I mean, maybe it has something to do with social media being as dominant as it is now. I don't know.
The memes, though. I ain't
I actually believe that, though. I really think social media has a whole lot to do with
everything.
The concept of what we see the player being now. Like, we used to see dudes just go out and do their thing, just like Draymond Green. I mean, everybody should want to have that one dirty dude on the team that just go out and get it. But now social media says something wrong with that dude, so everybody's trying to be more politically correct.
Right, because imagine what they would have did to Dennis Rodman.
So
man, they would have crucified it. Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason. Oh, man, they would have got roasted.
I mean, but that's not to say that Dennis Rodman wasn't crucified at points in his career. Like
that was only in the news, though.
In the news.
The media crucified him.
Wait, time out. Because it was the same thing. I mean, it wasn't as amplified. But if the news is saying it, I mean, because the news creates that narrative, and then everybody bases their viewpoint of a certain player on that narrative. For a while, Dennis Rodman was toxic.
Somebody can get shot on the news, right? And then somebody can get shot on Instagram. The same thing can be taken off the news and put on Instagram, and it can be turned. You can change the whole narrative.
I'm just saying, when Dennis Rodman said what he said about him and Isaiah Thomas said what they said about Larry Bird, that was huge. They had to actually have a press conference to settle that.
But imagine if you added social media.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm saying it amplifies it. But I'm just saying it wasn't like it was a cakewalk either. Like it wasn't. Like,
that's the only reason that was because that was a racial tension thing. You had a star white player and an upcoming black player on the
right, but it was still a huge thing that they had to address. Like, I mean, I think sometimes when you living in your own world, like we living in this generation now, we tend to view things as like, man, it was hard. Like, nah, but it's like, dude, it was hard back then too. Just it might be harder in some instances and easier in some others. So I mean, because now you could be famous without having to do anything.
Yeah. So
I mean, the good and the bad.
That's true.
Yeah, so
let's just say it's safe to say Dennis Rodman was born at the right time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Dennis was made it down, man.
We conclude with that one
because Phil Jackson probably would have told him to chill out.
Right.
You know,
if he had a Snapchat, with chicks in the room,
him and Madonna,
Mike too, or Mike, who else?
Or that naked picture with the basketball on that motorcycle.
Yeah.
That would hit Instagram.
All right, George, we gonna holler at you later.
Man,
we'll holler at you later, bro.
All right, take care, man.
All right, bro, appreciate it. Y'all stay up.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna say this for next week. Let's get to This Week in Stupid. Whoa. Oh, the commercial.
Barry White Ranger here. You all know that I entertain a great deal. And when I'm out and trying to make my best impression, my ensemble is never complete without a really great pair of sneaks. Like me, you can keep your kicks in the best shape possible, simply with crap. Just a spray or two of crap, a quick brushing, and voila. Yeah, that was French. And my sneaks are protected from spaghetti, or a fine bottle of Chianti, or even a splash of mud while I help my special lady out of her chariot as we make our way back to my humble abode. You may not entertain as much as I have the opportunity to, but when you do, make sure that what you got on your feet looks its best, with crep. Take it from Barry White Ranger. You won't be sorry, and neither will she.
Everybody seems to love this segment, the Yelp one-star sneaker store reviews. It's funny, like reading these reviews, like when people are pissed, the amount of detail they put into their experiences, like it's the funniest thing. And like for whatever reason, like honestly, I would not want to work at a Foot Locker in LA or a California period because they call you up by name. So you got this Foot Locker in Los Cerritos Mall in Cerritos, California. All right. I wish I could give 0 stars. This location is probably the worst Foot Locker I've ever been to. Rudest sales associate ever, named Natalie. Maybe she should reconsider working in customer service. I came into the store looking for a pair of shoes that another Foot Locker said they carried. But of course, they didn't have it when I got there. Natalie was so rude and definitely gave me the vibe that she did not want to help me. As soon as I tried to ask her another question, she just gave me one-worded answers and walked away. Keep in mind, the store is practically empty with just me and maybe 2 other customers. So it wasn't like she was busy and didn't have time to help me. I ended up having to ask another sales associate for more information, and she was like, "Oh, they told you we didn't have it, but it says we have it." And of course, the Natalie chick comes over and tries to cover her ass, saying she had already checked for the size for another customer before. Regardless, they chose not to look for her in the stock room. Sure. There's like a bunch of E's in there. Whatever you say. Want to be back here for my shoe needs. Christine T.
Okay. One.
He starts giggling.
Like, if someone comes and say, yo, the shoe is down here, you go. And sometimes you don't have to go in the back because now the shipment is advanced now. So everything that you have in the store, about 98% of the time, should be in your store if it shows up in the computer. So if they didn't go in the back and they looked on the computer and told you they didn't have it, it wasn't that they were being lazy. They were just trying to be efficient. They came to looking for your shoe. Like, I just don't understand.
I know. I honestly, I love your counterpoints.
It just be like, come on, man. It just, you don't know. It's reading this, but actually dealing with it is a whole different thing.
Don't waste my time, grasshopper.
Super shady. Called me to inform me that I won the raffle.
Oh, man.
I came in the next day, and they told me that I didn't win.
Oh, man.
Even though I showed them my call log. Shaking my head, Rick
That
B.
would hurt. That would hurt.
I would be pissed. That's
cool. That, I mean, for that one to be that little, man, I'd have told the story.
Oh, this next one is crazy. I'm calling out the store manager of the store. John, I hope you're paying attention to all the bad reviews of your store. I, too, was a victim of unprofessional treatment last Sunday. I came to the store around past 1 p.m. to purchase a shoe for my son. There were sales associates that greeted us, but no smiles. God, get over yourself. It's like they were all tired and wanted to call it a day. I went straight to the Kobe display. I asked for my size. Sales associate in ponytails.
Like, what did her hair got to do with
nothing. Got the size, but it seems like she didn't want to take the shoes. Even though I said, yes, we're getting it. So I left it with her and went to line up. She came and handed me the shoes. It was as if I was going to run and not pay for the shoes. Then the cashier, she greeted us, but no smile. You could tell she didn't like what she was doing. After she did all her stuff, I chanced upon seeing one corner of the shoebox that was really damaged. It was a $180 shoe and was a gift. So I asked if they could change it. The cashier asked for the sales associate who helped us, but there was already a smirk on her face. We waited and waited, and the ponytail sales associate came. The ponytail sales associate. She knew who purchased the shoes, but decided to go straight to the counter and slam the box. What can I say? I will never go back to the store again. P.S. The cashier's name was Christine. Anna B.
Okay.
This is so unfair.
It's so funny. Like, I love how she says, I too was a victim of unprofessional
here's
treatment.
One thing. I'm going to pick this apart. She said she went in. I asked for my size, then got to the counter and said it was a gift.
Look.
Oh.
I know.
Like,
Guru caught a lie.
Like,
Detective Guru's on the case.
Like, man, come on, yo. Like,
and
it's back to school time. We get lots a lot of kids and people. Like, yo move at 10 p.m. ain't the same as 6 p.m. As long as you don't got an attitude, or somebody speak to you, whatever. Like, we're still human. You're paying for the shoe, not ours. You're not paying for the person.
Okay, I don't know if this is the same person, Christine, but like this person is complaining about Christina. I had a horrible customer service from Christina yesterday. I wanted to buy a gift, and so I got in line. Or a gift card, and so I got in line. There was one customer ahead of me, but I saw that the gift rack was on the other side of the register. I took 2 steps to look at the gift card designs. I was gone for only 2 seconds, but they only had the plain Foot Locker design and a Christmas one. It's March! As I take 2 steps back, someone else got in line. Christina motions to assist them. I interrupt her and tell her that I'm in line. She says the line is usually over there. There where? Are there imaginary lines on the ground? One step from where I was standing? I reassure her that I was in line. She condescendingly says, okay. Wow. Thanks for doing me a favor. Point here is that I'm spending money, and I don't want someone to make me feel like a line jumper or an idiot. Foot Locker, train your staff to be nicer. I should have walked out and taken my business to Finish Line or Champs. Ooh. Last time I checked, They sell the same shoes. Thanks, Christina. Because of you, I will not set foot in your store again. I have other options. Allison T.
You like that? Okay, my thing is you can't blame the cashier. The person who was actually behind her, if they were really respectful, was like, oh, she was in line, or are you in line, or are you good? You could have said you can't blame the cashier.
You know, if you step out of line,
right? No, come on, come on, man.
Yeah, that's,
you know
that's what I said. The person in front, like, oh, you can't blame that on the cat. You step, you know what I'm saying? Or you could say, oh, this is what I do. If I need to grab something at a grocery store, I was like, yo, can I grab this real quick? They'd be like, okay, go ahead, and I grab what I need and step back in line. But you didn't do that. So.
Wow. Not a happy camper. I'm not a happy camper. So I come into this store on a Saturday knowing what shoes I want. After looking around for a while, I am finally able to ask someone for the shoe in my size. He comes back to tell me that they don't have my size. So I ask him if he can see if they have it at one of the other stores, like Lakewood. He tells me that they have to call. Okay, so call. As I'm looking at him, he proceeds to tell me that Lakewood phones are never answered, so there's no point in calling. Whatever. I just bought a pair of sneakers at Lakewood a few days ago, and I always saw them picking up the phone. Anyways, I asked the guy for the number and told him that I would call. So I call, and it was immediately answered. The Foot Locker has a bunch of lazy workers that have no notion for customer service. They just lost a really good client. I spent $350 on sneakers in less than 1 week at Foot Locker Lakewood. I'm a big shoe person. Oh, get over yourself.
That was justifiable.
Oh God.
I'm a customer that
But he didn't have to go into I spent $350.
I mean, he didn't have to say that part, but I would get upset too if I asked, well, hey, can you see what Foot Locker does have this shoe in my size? And he say, oh, they don't answer their phones. I ain't gonna call. Don't worry about it.
So he finishes by
what is that?
I'm a big shoe person, and I'm also at this mall. But I would never buy shoes from this particular Foot Locker location again. Add M.
I don't believe that. Out of all the stores, when they say I'm never shopping at this store again,
know,
that's a
they're
lie.
Back there.
That's a lie because if that
same day,
that shoe drop that you really want, if that shoe drop there and the only person got your size, you're gonna deal with that customer service no matter what. You're just gonna plug your ears or whatever's happening.
Right.
But I mean, some of these stores, like I know a store right now. Now I'm not gonna say no names and I ain't gonna say no location, but it's one Jimmy Jazz. No.
Ann Arbor.
It's one Jimmy Jazz employee. My God, every time you go in there, she got the worst attitude. And you stop in there.
She works at Jimmy Jazz. That's why.
I mean, you stop in there to do raffles. You know, I go in there to do. It's a lot of times that I just skip that store. Like if it ain't a shoe that like, all right, you got to do all the raffles. I'll pass that store just because I don't want to talk to her. Because you walk in. A lot of times she know you come to do raffles, so if they not getting the shoe before you can even get to the front desk, we ain't doing raffles. So you just stop, turn around mid stride, and got to walk out the store. Like,
Southfield Freeway and Ford Road.
Oh man,
that's your landmark.
Yep.
You know what I've been there. I've been there.
That's like what's that Northland too, right there?
Man, it's just she just rude as hell.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, check out this one. Pissed off. I got to call them my raffle ticket for the Retro Ace was chosen. 30 minutes later, he says, I'm sorry, but a box shipment was canceled from the warehouse and you will not receive the shoes. It happened like once in the 6 years I worked in there. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you! It was probably for your homeboy. I got excited for nothing and disappointed my boyfriend, Tulip G. Right. Tulip G sounds real butch.
Man.
I thought it was a dude.
I thought it was a dude too.
So,
you don't know nowadays.
Yeah. All right. This is at the Foot Locker at the Brea Mall, California. I find it absurdly offensive that I'm asked if I need help 6 times in the span of 1 minute. Let me shop already. I have a damn $30 gift card that I've been carrying around for 3 years because I can't stomach the store environment long enough to buy something. No, you cannot help me because you don't know shoes and you are overall unaware of the current shoe culture. I wear a size 15. Oh, see.
It's you. It was you.
I know. I wrote this review. I wrote this review.
Right? It was him. Because he doing that voice too well. It was you.
So, no, you can't help me. You and your inventory are useless to me. You don't stock size 15s because it's not profitable. Never have and never will. Stop lying with the fake customer service. Francis C.
I stood behind a guy at the U of M release for the Jordan stuff. He was about as big as you and had the same voice that you just made. That's what made it. And he was talking just like that behind me.
I could not keep a straight face.
I was like, this is right here just before we read up. We tell our associates, I don't care if you spoke, we all speak to the people because that's how we do it. So these other people are complaining because they didn't get help, and you're complaining because you received too much help.
Right. Worst customer service I have ever experienced in my entire life. I work in retail. I understand returns can be annoying, but an employee named Ulysses told me I could not return an unworn pair of shoes that I had the receipt for that was purchased 5 days prior. He told me that it would be an inconvenience for him to add it into the inventory and that I had to return it at another location. When I responded that it would be inconvenience for me to go to another location, he told me, well, don't do it. Wow. I would never purchase from Foot Locker again. I had to call the customer service number on the receipt, and the rep asked me to return to the store and hand Ulysses. Who still names their kid Ulysses, first of all?
I never heard nobody named Ulysses.
What Civil War reenactor is working at Foot Locker and Brea Mall?
Ulysses S. Grant.
Or no.
Ulysses.
So the rep asked me to return to the store and hand Ulysses my phone so she could ask him to return it. At this point, he went in the back office with my phone. And when I asked him to stand where I could see him on my phone, he ignored me. Customer service somehow got him to return the shoes. But when I looked at my credit card statement, I realized that they did not give me the exact amount I paid. Mercy K.
It's just something about that. A lot of stores don't like doing returns because that takes away from your sales that day, especially if the shoe was bought from another store.
Right.
My store, we just go ahead and take care of it because you're going to try and be petty. It's going to create a bigger problem from you, complaint-wise.
I love this next one. Think about the worst experience you have ever had at any place of business and lower your expectations. This store sucks. Craig C.
Also, I'll tell you a funny stuff. When I worked at Red Lobster, it was a certain Red Lobster. This hostess was having a bad day. People understand, like the hostess, when they're seating people could be a prick, right? So this hostess was having a long day, especially like on weekends. We're really busy and people, getting agitated. So this hostess takes these people to the seat. Okay, here's your seat. So it's supposed to be with you. There's like, you don't have a booth, and the hostess said, "Do you got a booth at home?"
Wow. Wow.
I was like,
wow.
That was the one line. It was like Vince Carter dunk contest over. I was like, oh man. They just sat there.
All right. So let me get this last one. All right. Guys that work here are incredibly rude and off-putting. I came in wanting to get 2 pairs of shoes. The first guy who asked for my size was being difficult and kept asking which felt better as I was still trying one on. When I asked the other guy why they didn't carry one of the Roshi runs in pink for women, he asked me to look at the men's wall and then the women's wall and tell him what's the difference about them. Sir, I came to buy shoes, not answer your questions. A simple answer is all I needed. He walked away explaining that women want black and white and men want color. Okay, that was just odd. I heard the other one laugh when he went back there, and it created a tense vibe. So I walked out. I would not be returning. Brenda B.
Brenda B. Let me explain something to you, okay? We only sell what Nike makes and sells or allows sold to the retailer, right? In the fall and winter, Nike releases darker color shoes, black, grays, olive greens, navy blues, burgundies. During the spring, summer, they release lighter color shoes. So if you go to more than one retailer and you don't see the Roshi run, best thing to do is go online because Nike sometimes saves shoes for online to generate the traffic on their e-commerce.
Right.
Brenda B.
All right. I got a new segment that I wanted to try out. We're constantly trying out new things. It was funny because I was first of all, Jumpman was getting on me for not checking out his post. I think I asked him to post a video and he had already posted it 2 days beforehand. And he texted me yeah, somebody's not paying attention. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. So I called myself trying to catch up by going back and looking at his most recent videos. And I look on there and there's some guy that's just giving I guess he knew somebody whose collection was killing his, and I guess he thought Jumpman was a reseller. Is that what he thought?
Yeah.
But So he thought he was a reseller, and so it made me think, like, okay, like, what are the types
dude
of...
has a 1998 pair and a 2016 pair. Yeah, he's a reseller.
So it made me think.
Far from the truth.
It made me think about all the like messed up comments like we get on social media, and and I think it was at the Tonight Show where they have the celebrities and athletes read like mean tweets and whatnot. So what I did was I got called Jumpman, called G Sneaks or Baby Kareem, and was like, okay, let's just gather up all the messed up comments we get on social media. And let's create a segment out of it. So this is called Sneakerhead Safe Space.
Everyone likes me and thinks I'm great in my safe space.
My safe space.
People don't judge me and haters don't hate in my safe space.
Your safe space.
Bulletproof windows, troll safe doors, nothing but kindness in here.
You might call me a pussy, but I won't hear you in my safe space. My safe space.
Bulletproof windows.
All right, just all take turns. Jumpman, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'm going to start off with the one you were talking about. And Hollywood jumped in on that eventually. It was kind of crazy. It was on my K54 post of the 2s and the 13s. This guy by the name of Derek 1190 came in and said, LOL, yo, shit weak, my at IMP 8519 bury yo ass. I feel stupid reading that. I feel like I didn't go to school, But I replied back, clapping my hands. I'm like, I'm not in competition with anybody. You bury me also with the crying face.
Yeah.
So he replies back and says, but I'm sure you're ripping everybody off. It's all good. Better bag all the suckers while you can.
Ooh.
Ends like you get exposed every day, B. So I hit him back.
Oh, he's so tough.
And I call him a clown. I'm not even a reseller. Educate yourself, and gave him the deuces.
Wow.
And I haven't heard back from him. He had me twisted with somebody else, I guess.
Dummy. All right, G Sneaks, what you got?
Man, I got one. M. Jen the Great. He says, I feel no pity for you black people. Needs better things to spend money on, like a house. Just saying.
Wow.
I guess I'm just doing reviews outside on the grass or something. Where you think I'm sitting at? Yeah. I'm sitting in my house.
I got the house comments too.
Man. God.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they never ended. Here go another one. Nicholas R. Same video. Now this was the video where I got a fake pair of Gamma 11s and I ripped them up. I don't know. My daughter was in the background watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but for some reason everybody think that she was watching porn.
Mm-hmm.
So I get all these crazy comments. Was that porn in the background? What the fuck? Then you got another one. Sounds like kid porn in the background. Sounds like a kid in the background getting raped.
What?
From Tyrone Gill.
What?
Wow.
Here's another one. From Raz Gaming. Teen porn in the background. 5 minutes and 44 seconds.
Wow. Oh my god.
And they Aaron A-A-RON. He spelled Aaron out and with dashes.
Oh, he's so
Big
creative.
Bones. What the fuck is playing in the background? You pedo ass nigga.
Girl, read the one. I don't know what episode that's from.
Girl input on sneakers is always a plus on the show, but this dude got LBJ's meat so far down his throat. Every time the Cavs doesn't break big up LBJ, this dude goes on a tantrum and has to say, "Well, Kobe's not a good teammate on everyone."
Wow.
Nothing on that one.
That's just
okay. This is from. That's a bunch of them from the real one. It's okay. It's sad to see black people promote the shit out of a brand and defend it with their life. LOL.
I guess they never heard of people who got Apple does it. They got their fans that do it too.
Man,
Yeah.
Apple Stovepack.
Juan and Gavin. Fuck Like he spelled it F-U-C-C. Fuck niggas of the century.
That should be a song. Niggas of the century, huh?
Put that energy and passion into your own brand.
Oh,
New
man.
slaves.
Last time I checked, we was doing that.
Right. Guru is the only one that is culturally aware. The rest of y'all is under the illusion of inclusion.
Fuck niggas.
Shaking my damn head. How cuz gonna compare the struggle of gays to the struggle of black people in America? Or in America with 3 Ks. There's no comparison. Non-blacks
3
are
Ks, that made sense when he said that.
There's no comparison. Non-blacks, and he spelled blacks with 2 C's also, are mutants, a.k.a. Neanderthals. LOL. Wow. Okay, real one.
But all the X-Men were Caucasian, though.
Wow.
Fuck niggas of the century, though.
Yeah,
We
that's...
didn't make a drop for that. Give us a beat or something.
Wow. I mean, it's just funny. All the hate. Y'all got more, right? Yeah. We got my man Nara from Detroit. So he's
Yes, sir.
Nara Detroit. My man
Shout out, Nara.
Yeah.
People that support me, mixed in with more people that support me and say nice things. Rainbows all around me. There is no shame in my safe space. Bulletproof windows.
Go ahead, JB.
A couple YouTube videos, comments. I was doing the early review of the Charlotte Hornet 10s. This guy, Robert Harmon, he looked like he forced to do this. LOL.
He forced to do it.
Then
Like somebody had you at gunpoint.
Then on the gold medal 5s, this is the one that Hollywood jumped in on. This guy named DJ, Deejay. You're not really saying anything that one can't already see. Just looking at the shoe. Where is the comparison? Quality or something? So I respond back, this is called a early look video. When I do my own personal video of the shoe, that's when all the quality materials and information comes in. I hope this makes sense to you. So Hollywood jumps in and said, you don't have to comment or watch the video if it bothers you that much. So this guy, Jay, comes back and says, didn't bother me. We're just talking about LOL. Early look, I get it, JMB. I mean,
so why okay, so he
his
said
comments
it,
make no sense.
Oh my god.
Attention seeker.
Yeah. People do comfort because they know when they come to your page and comment, they gonna get people to go on their page. So that's why they do that.
Yeah. You got
and they think that I won't respond back to them. I comment back to people.
I kind of leave it alone.
If it's good comments, I respond to good comments. If it's stupid comments,
I'm in petty mode.
Yeah.
I think I respond to the ultra stupid ones. I want to highlight your stupidity. So I'm like, you know, I want you to feel dumb.
I just try to figure out where they coming from.
Hopefully
be honest.
you feel humbled at the end of this conversation.
Most of the time it's attention seekers, man.
You got another one?
Yeah, that's true.
You got another
one? Oh, just this one guy on my 30s that I got in. He said, "You shoes fake. You shoe
fake." Wow.
It's just I don't know. I'm just gonna start ignoring
Man,
it.
I'm
To be
telling
honest,
you,
'cause
people getting more and more illiterate. What you got, Gavin?
Man, I got one from Scott King. You are such a tool. It's incredibly honest why you haven't walked off a cliff. Anyways, put the shoes down and get a real job.
Wow.
Grown ass man whose biggest worry is what acts as a barrier between the ground and your feet.
Wow. You serious?
I could make that up for myself.
Wow.
My thing is, you must have forgot.
My bad.
You even forgot that there's people who have jobs by creating shoes.
Yeah.
Like, it's $1 billion industry.
It's amazing I ain't walked off a cliff.
I know. Seeing that there's no cliffs around here.
You told him, you said, man, these Kyries or whatever got excellent.
Maybe on our road trip to Atlanta we can make that happen.
Maybe. Shit, I ain't walking on no cliff.
Thelma and Louise your way off a cliff.
That boy. What a fucking idiot.
Man, they get to
profane. They hurt. I know they harsh.
They harsh. And then you got one, Alex Jawagamo Moore. Nigga, you high as hell.
What?
Man.
I saw they hate you. What you got for us now? You got some?
Yeah, I got a ton of them.
Oh, let me see a couple of them.
Actually, I know them all by heart.
Oh, wow.
It's only like 3. I've only had 3 bad ones.
Come on, go to the mic.
So I got this one guy, y'all might know him. He's a famous customizer. He did the hair 6s, and he actually did the first all-black 12s. His name is Joe Kirchner. And Joe Kirchner got mad at me because I was putting my name on shirts, but I was just making colorways, just so people could buy them. So he got on my Facebook, and he said, I'm going to start doing what you do. Nah, ha, # hotcakes. Joe shit.
What?
I was like, man, I just make shirts, man, for the store.
How do you respond to that?
Well, I responded. I said, well, what you probably could start doing is adding a little bit more finisher to your shoes, so that way I quit repairing the ones that come in.
Ooh,
whoa! And he was like, really? He was like one step away from turning into Hitler, but we diffused the problem by just eliminating him. I just cut him right out of my whole social media.
Wow.
But yeah,
man.
Then I got one more.
Here.
And this one actually comes from all these people who do shoe restoration out of their homes. I'm gonna need you guys to let me charge what I need to charge, so that way you make more. Because undercutting me to make $10, it's probably not even worth your time. Man.
Ooh, oh man, ooh, shots fired.
Stone Cold Stunner.
I got one from MexQLine 1 on YouTube. This is from the video review I did on the Anthracite Air Jordan 9s. This isn't a review. You're just telling us the features of the shoe. I could just read the features on the Jordan Brand website. Okay, well, do it then, asshole. All right. They're not telling me to jump off a cliff or anything.
His attention span not long enough on the read, so that's why you're doing the video.
Jeez. You got one more? You good? You got one more?
Oh, yeah.
I got one more good one.
Good one more.
It's going to be funny.
Go ahead. G-Sneaks. Anybody? Who's one of y'all go?
Oh, I go.
Go ahead.
Kim Anderson. This might be from a girl. Dude, you're a hype beast. Why you mad? Why you buy those J's if you didn't want them? Seems to me you're mad because no one got them. I will buy J's because I want them, not because everybody else wants them. The Yeezy boosts are lame just because they sell out. I don't know what that. I don't know where she was trying to aim that one. Let me get another good one. Oh, here we go. This is a funny one. Tato 100. Nike don't care about you or your Everest degrees.
Wow.
You said you're headed down to Portland. They won't even let you on the campus. Clowning little kids because they could not afford Nikes at your school. But those kids that you clown did not have to go. No, all right, it stops after that. But yeah.
Wow.
Nike don't care about me or my Everest degrees. And they ain't gonna let me on
your
the campus
Everest degrees.
with my
Nice.
Everest degrees. That would hurt it, man.
That did. I heard
them
it.
Everest degrees. That was a lot.
That's like a step above University of Phoenix. I'm gonna switch. Go ahead, JV.
I could tell this person here doesn't have any knowledge of me whatsoever. On my 1985 and 2015 Chicago 1 comparison review, Sambo.
Wow.
198921. Sambo.
1935? Called you a Sambo?
No, that's his name. Sambo.
Okay, I thought he called you one. Like,
no,
damn.
his name is Sambo 198921. He says, Jumpman, wear your kicks for God's sake.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
oh
man.
my God. Okay.
I couldn't even bring myself to respond to that guy.
Oh my God. Well, that's our
somebody with 1,000 shoes that they basically where you kick.
So that's a new segment. It's in the works, but you guys get the gist of it.
Don't start leaving me hate comments just so I can read them. No, just chill.
Oh, you know you're gonna.
Yeah, they gonna
that.
come with them now.
You know it's coming.
They gonna like, read this one.
Yo, what's good? This is Bullet RC, and you're listening to the #1 sneaker show, the Sneaker Boss Podcast, on SneakerBarDetroit.com.
All right, release dates brought to you by SneakerBarDetroit.com, the #1 source of sneaker news and release dates. Wednesday, August 31st. Matter of fact, you want to do these?
Just like old times.
There you go.
Wednesday, August 31st, Nike Basketball Summer Pack. Pack consists of Kyrie 2s, Kobe 11s, LeBron 13 low, and the KD 9. White Mountaineering Special Edition, Adidas EQT and Support 93. Thursday, September 1st, Nike Roshi 2 Iguana, Team Red, Midnight Navy, Nike Women's Roshi 2 Light Iron Ori, Atomic Pink, Cocoa Cool Gray, Nike Roshi 2 Flyknits, Black, Light, Magenta, Emerald Green, Dark Gray, Gamma Blue, Fluorescent Yellow, College Navy and White, Black, Photo Blue, Fluorescent Yellow, Nike Women's Roshi 2 Flyknit, Lime Gray, Olive Green, Black, Dark Gray, White, Gold, Nike Sportswear Women's Iridescent Pack, Nike Sportswear Women's Gold Touch Pack. September 3rd. With the shoe that started it all, Air Jordan Retro 1 High OG Band, Air Jordan 31 Band, Air Jordan Trainer 1 Low Band, Adidas Forum High OG Snakeskin, Livestock Adidas Consortium Rhythm Pack, Reigning Champ New Balance 530 Gym Pack, Nike Air Force 1 Low Retro Forest Green. Thursday, September 8th. Nike 11 Municipal Mamba Curio. How you say that?
Mamba Curio?
Oh, Mamba Curio, yeah.
It's pronounced Gordon.
Adidas Original Winter Wool Pack, September 10th, that is. Also, actually, that's September 9th. September 10th, we have the Air Jordan Retro 2 Neoprene, the WTAPS Special Edition Vans Bones Pack, Air Jordan Retro 12 GS Harris Plum Fog. That's a nice colorway. Tuesday, September 13th, Nike LeBron 13 Elite EXT Linen. I think it's a little bit too late to release that shoe at the end of summer. 7 days before summer is actually over with. Nike, we got the same one. It's another one, Nike Kobe 11 EM, which is engineered mesh. Mamba Curio. Friday, September 16th, Adidas D-Rose 7 Hydration.
He started laughing.
Adidas EQT Support ADV Prime Knit Burgundy. Adidas EQT Support ADB Prime Knit Gray. Sound like some hospital equipment.
Yeah. Nurse assistant, CNA Prime Knit.
It's like, yeah, we need the Adidas EQT Support ADPV Prime Knit Room 235 right now.
Stack.
Saturday, September 17th, the Adidas Originals NMD Color Boost Pack. Adidas NMD XR1 Core Black. Adidas Air Jordan Retro 4 Premium Obsidian. That's a nice colorway. Good quality materials. The Ball and Book Special Edition New Balance 585 Sporting Gentleman. Nike Kobe 11 Black Horse. And Air Jordan Retro 5 GS Raptors.
I don't know how I feel about those.
Terrible. You don't have to play GS.
They definitely won't be a 15 in them.
We got Thursday, September 22nd, Adidas Gazelle Suede Pack.
I set myself up for failure. Right?
September 24th, the Air Jordan Retro 5 Bronze. And Monday, September 26th, Adidas Originals Gazelle Ostrich Pack.
All right, still no word on official release dates for the Emmy Special Edition A6 Gel Light 3, the Staples Special Edition Puma Pigeon Pack, the upcoming Cameron Reebok collaboration, the Reebok Instapump Fury Happy Banana, the Under Armour Motor Run, the Adidas Stan Smith Boost, the Adidas Ultra Boost Mid and Laceless. Those are two different shoe silhouettes. The Adidas NMD Teal, the Kolar Special Edition Adidas Ultra Boost Uncaged, the Reigning Champ Special Edition Adidas Ultra Boost, the Nike Roshi 2 Print Pack, the upcoming Nike SFB6 Canvas NSW colorways. That's that shoe. The Nike Sock Dart upcoming release dates, the Nike Air Max 90 Woven, Black White, and Iron Ore, two different shoes, but the Iron Ore are the best out of the two. The Fragment Design Special Edition Nike Lab Air Zoom Classic AC Black Croc, the Air Jordan 31 N7, and the Air Jordan Retro 4 Motorsport. There are also a number of shoes releasing overseas with no set release date for here in the States, such as the Adidas NMD Rainbow, the Adidas NMD R1 Base Green, and Bold Onyx, two different shoes. The JD Sport Special Edition Adidas NMDs, and the Nike Air Max BW Premium Olive. Oh, and also the Nike Air Max Zero Persian Violet. And the Nike Air Max Plus Powder Blue. Jesus, what am I reading? Stay tuned to SneakerBarDetroit.com for more sneaker news and release dates.
Well, I can play the piano with my dick.
I put an extra practice this week.
I see. You're starting to master that skill.
The tough part is when I have to do chords.
Somebody call Guinness.
It is a workout, too. Ladies, just be aware.
Wow.
I'm in the best shape. This is the Sneaker Box Podcast, Lady Sneakerheads of the Week, brought to you by Didi Negron and her Kick It With Didi 365 project. Where is that?
On Instagram.
Yes, indeed. I gotta give a shout. Today to Lulu Shug,
who might be making a comeback sometime soon.
I do have to ask you a question. Was Mackenzie supposed to reach out to me to find out if I would ask you to get her out of school the first day?
She did. She attempted.
Yeah.
She attempted to.
Because she was supposed to be here helping out. But it's a big shout to Mackenzie on her first day back. Shout to Tandre. And, of course, the Sneaker Girl. When do I get to meet the Sneaker Girl? Why are you keeping her away from me?
Sometime soon. Hey.
Soon, yeah.
She might be too impressed with your piano abilities.
Let's keep that from her. My little dominatrix, Rochelle Domingo. Got to give a shout to my little juvenile delinquent, Natalia Infantes. Or Infants. Oh, shouts to... Well, actually, you know what? You know what I want?
What's that?
I want Monicky86.
Kiki.
This is Monicky. I want Mokiki too. I'll take Monicky and Mokiki.
All of them.
I'm all over them.
All of them.
Oh, yeah. Shout to Wonder. She is wonderful. Of course, there's Kellas with 2 Z's. And Shunika. Oh, I love what she's wearing. Now, this one I'm a little confused on. It's Super Lala with 2 L's twice, so it's Super LLAA.
So twice, you say it twice, I guess.
Yes, indeed. Of course, final special shout to Hip Hop Says 2.
Yeah, that was a special request. She wanted to make sure that you shouted her out this week. So.
Oh, well, I can't miss that. What's she sending to me? I think I may need some pics.
You might have to slide into some DMs.
There you go. And of course, can't forget my girl Tanita down in Dallas.
Hey, and Eli Adams.
Yeah, yes. She's holding her hostage.
I know.
So that is this week's Sneaker Box Podcast, Lady Sneakerheads of the Week. If you want to be a part of this, post on Instagram, like me on Facebook. It's Barry White Ranger. Hey. And I can't wait till next week.
Yes, sir.
When I shout you out. And I'm out.
See ya. All right. Shout outs. My main man, Mike Rich, who, by the way, is looking forward to the bread ones.
The who?
The bread. He wanted me to specify that they were the
black
bread
and
ones.
red.
The bread. The
black
bread
and
one.
red. Yeah, I caught that in his video. Thanks for the shout out, big homie.
He loves the Marvin and Marshall 7. Me and him argue to this day. He thinks those are the greatest 7s that ever come out. I'm like, dude, those shoes.
The Marvin and Marshall?
Yes. I'm telling you right now, like I almost want to just pile them all up in one pile.
Not even the bar.
Douse them with gasoline.
I don't know, man. They should bring up the Chambray 7s. They should bring back the Citrus 7s. They should bring back some more 7 they should bring back.
Right. But shout out to the mayor of Atlanta, Mike Rich. Follow me on Instagram at Rich_Mike23. Check out his YouTube channel at Rich's Kicks. While you're on YouTube, check out 2 new channels for G4 Vision and Skip Goes Hard. Subscribe to both channels. And Skip left me a text message too. Check out both channels and follow me on Instagram at The G4 Vision and Skip Goes Hard. Okay, here it is. So he sent me a text message. I'm about to read Skip's message. I told him I was going to read it. I'm going to read it like he says it. Man, I just finished the vid. Nigga, I lit up like a bitch when you gave me the shout out. LOL. Laying in bed, cheesing and shit. Ha ha. With my pussy ass. Thanks, man. Shout out, Skip. Shout out to you, Skip. Shout out. He got the funniest videos too. Like I suggest everybody just check out his video. Skip Goes Hard on YouTube. He has 3 shoes going on some type of trip in his house. I feel silly describing it. Just watch it. Like it's funny as hell though. Just watching it. Anyway, Mo Sports Talk with Christopher Henderson, aka Hollywood Code 85. Check out the website mosportstalk.com and check out Chris's YouTube channel by searching for Hollywood85_. If you live in the Metro Detroit area and you need your sneakers brought back to life, or you got a dope idea for a nice custom for your shoe, go to Michigan's #1 shoe restoration store, Nara, Detroit. They are located at 26925 Plymouth Road in Redford, Michigan. While you're there, check out the shoe wall of gently used to dead stock sneakers. Remember the motto: you might age, but your shoes don't have to. Let me see. Also, we got a couple other.
Good dude.
Oh yeah, Nara, yeah, Marlon. He just hooked up my my Air Maxes, and he tried to bring my 7s back to life. But also check out G Sneaks 89. Check out their brand, or Gavin's brand. If you live in the Metro Detroit area, head to his store located at 25538 5 Mile Road in Redford, Michigan. You can also follow him on social media at G Sneaks. Is it SNKS?
G Sneaks, GSNKS_89. You type that in on any social media, we popping up.
We gonna attach that to Baby Kareem.
Yes, hashtag Baby Kareem.
All that'll pop up.
You should just change our brand name.
Baby, I might come out with a Baby Kareem shirt.
Have Kareem sniffing his shoe.
Limited edition.
Limited.
Also, if you live in the Metro Detroit area, head to Michigan's #1 sneaker boutique, Puffer Reds. They have 2 locations in Ypsilanti and Wayne, Michigan. You can also follow them on social media at Puffer Reds. Shout out to Mr. Williams out there in Ypsilanti. And remember to use Crep Protect, the official partners of the Sneaker Boss podcast, to clean and protect your shoes from anything life or nature throws at it. Get the most out of your sneakers. Practice safe stunting and go to crepprotect.com to get your shoes some protection. You can also follow them on Instagram and Twitter at Crep Protect. All right, Jumpman, give us the word.
Yeah, I just got a couple shout outs, if I could.
Yeah.
From being down in Toronto. Canada Got Soul Exchange, Toronto, ZV Custom Kicks. I saw Guru saw that flu game 12 custom.
Scotty and
my
Jordan.
man,
I want to have to do them Seahawks. Give me some Seahawks Air Force Ones.
He is cold with it. Hello._.cookie. She was the hostess with the mostest down there in T-Town. Reebok repping gave me an old school starter jersey, MJ jersey, to put in the basement, which I put in the new and updated basement of the J's too.
Man, I gotta come see that.
There, I met the real Ray Ray. Does videos on YouTube. Right. Super cool dude.
Cool dude.
Heat Ledger kicks. And also, we got to check out Hardy Girl for a possible shout out for a woman sneakerhead. She was one of the special guests there at the event. If I missed anybody, just everybody in Toronto. I had a wonderful time. They took care of me. The hospitality was just off the charts for myself and my family. They had a great time.
That's what's up.
And I tell you, I'll be back in Montreal in October on the 29th.
Ooh, I might have to go up there with you.
Let
me see if I can get the.
Ooh, that was a lot. That's probably the fastest I ever talk. Because people say I talk too slow.
Slow motion.
That's just the OG way of talking.
Right.
You ready for the word,
I'm
sir?
ready, man.
All right. The morning word. If you are not trying to work past any negative situations, your mind is a negative mind. You got to let go. Forgive to be forgiven. For at some point, you'll need to forgive yourself for holding on to that pettiness.
That was deep. That might have been the
That's
deepest.
Something to think about. You might have to replay it, listen to it. It's something to think about.
Let it saturate.
Let go and release.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I am the African Caesar.
JumpmanBostic.
And Shoe Guru.
And G Sneaks 89 signing out.
Baby Kareem. All right, we out. See y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.